Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. My name is Jade. I'm your lovely DM for today. Welcome to Vecna, Eve of Ruin. In case you're unaware, or in case you're new to D&D, Vecna, Eve of Ruin was a module released for the anniversary for Dungeons and Dragons. For its 25th anniversary. It was sometime. Whatever happened
50th.
this year. 50th. Whatever happened this year. And it was one of the more intriguing modules that I've seen in a while. So it has been modified to a long form campaign, which you are currently viewing. So, strap in. Say your prayers for our players who will now introduce themselves, but not their characters just yet. Starting from left to right with our amazing Jay, if he wants to start.
Jay. I exist. Not that much else to me.
I'm Kenny, and I also exist. I don't know what else you want to hear, Jade.
Okay. Oh my gosh, I don't have music. Oh, keep going. Keep going.
Oh my gosh.
Oh wait. Hi, my name is Order. Pronouns she, her. I guess that's the only other relevant information.
Hi, I kind of exist. I am Day.
I'm Chloe, and all I'm gonna say is that I exist because no one else is giving more.
Oh my gosh. What is wrong with you people?
So much.
What is wrong with you people?
It's mystery.
Wait, do we want to add an interesting fun fact about us?
Yes, everybody.
No.
Icebreaker, fun fact. Let's go.
Alright,
Oh,
then I'll
shit,
rely
I
on
didn't have my phone
The
back
worst
prepared.
icebreaker.
I have a cat.
I have 5 cats.
Oh! 5
Actually, I don't know if I should say that.
I have 0 cats.
I had a dog.
Oh.
I have 0 cats, but a dog.
I also
Dog
have
as well.
I have 0 dogs as well.
Oh, so you're just alone.
Every
You
day.
will have a cat or a dog.
You can send a cat if you want. It's up for adoption, so if he needs a home.
I don't think that little kid is gonna do well with a transatlantic flight.
All cats are free if you break in and steal them.
Whoa.
You can find it on one on the streets. Why would you want to break in?
It's easy, it's simple, it's free.
Okay, cool. There we go.
I wouldn't say
Easier
it's
to
easy
find
for
one on the
some
streets
cats,
than
but
breaking
I
in,
like
but-
confidence.
It's a test of strength to see if you can break in. Now, if you
No.
break in and get caught, you'll just be like, okay, congratulations, you are now safe from
You're
people
worthy
breaking
of
your
keeping your
house.
cat. Oh.
You know, if you fail, you just go, aha, you've passed the test. I will no longer steal from your house. And then you run away as fast as possible.
You people.
This is what I want.
This
On
is a
the
foolproof
street.
strategy, and nothing could go wrong with it.
You people.
Disclaimer, don't
We
listen
later
to
find
Order.
out that Order has kidnapped somebody.
Disclaimer, please
He
listen to Order.
has
I'm very
me.
trustworthy. I had an adult's permission.
I am the adult in my
Alright,
life.
Are we ready to roll, everybody?
Roll. What dice do we roll?
Whoa.
What was that?
I didn't have the time to pull up the disc, so I did it on my desk instead.
Yeah, no, that was amazing. Good job.
Thank you.
So, do I want llama dice?
Yes.
Witcher dice?
Yeah.
Or I don't know, one of the women the Witcher fucked. I don't know which one this is.
my personal vote is for the llama dice.
We love
Llama. Oh, llama, not lemon. Oh, that makes
Llama. Llama dice.
Oh, lemon dice.
Oh, I thought they were llama dice.
I thought
Alright,
they
guys.
were.
They are
Llama.
llama.
They are llama. I thought it was
Oh.
lemon.
Oh,
It is
okay.
not
Oh.
lemon. It is llama.
Schrodinger's
I
dice.
was incorrect.
Alright. Are we ready to roll?
Dice
Oh my
and
gosh,
tell.
cutting this down is gonna be so fun. Editing this is gonna be so fun.
Llama.
You have nothing better to do, right?
It's llama.
Thou art
Llama.
ready to commence it.
I hate you all. Alright.
I was trying to get it started.
Is everyone watching the stream so I can play the music?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm watching the stream.
No,
I have your stream muted, but I.
no, the Discord stream,
streaming
Chloe.
Discord.
Oh, this is so awkward.
Now I am doing that.
Totally.
Frontier
Yes.
Town, hell yeah. Let's get this going.
Weird Town?
Frontier Town.
Oh, I thought you said.
I
Okay.
don't know any of these songs.
Yeah, that's because this is a person whose Patreon I'm subscribed to because of echoes.
Smiles.
Alright.
Hey, cheese.
Anyways,
Yippee.
here, rock and roll.
Let's start
I'm
off with
scared.
Robin was
Yeah.
On the edges of the world and the Forgotten Realms, a storm has been brewing. Where realms collide, worlds shatter, and the gaps in dimensions are filled, lies a darkness ever growing. Hope dwindles as the darkest parts of the realms come to light and prepare for a battle of the ages. The fate of the realms relies on those with the power to seek out what's coming, even if their methods may be questionable. A stone hall is dimly lit by arcane torches. Various light colors, orange, green, blue, intermitted as two figures walk through the hall. A large blue-skinned Goliath, accompanied by a quiet owl-like figure, walk through a hall to what appears to be a almost barred door. As you approach, a man sits, seemingly nonchalant in a chair. He is old, elven in nature, with piercing green eyes. He looks at you for a moment and cocks his head to the side. You're much larger in person. He turns to the Goliath, almost intrigued, slightly concerned, eyeing him very carefully. An arcane contraption sits on its back. Not that he would seem to need it, given the pure size of him. I'm glad you came as soon as you could. We've had a couple incidents. He told us to tell you if anything occurred. We have a visitor? Question mark? Not from the material plane, at least. Threw us to the ringer quite a bit. But I'm not sure exactly what to do with him. I was hoping you'd be able to help. Wild Skinner, if you'd like to describe your character.
Wild Skinner is, like you said, a very tall, blue-skinned Goliath. He's got like tribal tattoos on his head and is wearing like bracers and minimal armor. Definitely looks like he would be cold, but he's not.
Do you give
He
a
looks
response?
grumpy.
You give a response to the Elven Man?
No, I just stare him down. He's very menacing.
Okay, okay. Your companion there. Who is that? And he eyes the owl-like figure. If Eldorian, you'd like to give a description of your character.
Eldorian is an Owlin, and he is a barbarian, so he is looking very strong, very muscular. He has a good amount of armor, but still his wings at the ready, and he's a brown owl. Yeah, that's Eldorian.
Right. Well, if you would like to see the prisoner, be warned, he's a little rowdy, slightly scary. Knocked a couple guards to the ringer. There's still a couple bodies in there. We haven't gotten a chance to clear them out. We don't know where he came from. Nowhere in the realms, as far as we can tell. We were hoping you might have some answers, or be able to get some answers out of him. And the elven man takes a key for walking up to the iron-barred door very tentatively. He holds out the key with a kind of shaky hand as he looks in the bars, almost terrified of what he sees within. But he unlocks the door very carefully and opens it. There's a clanging of metal as he slowly, creakily pushes the doors back. He backs away and looks to the two of you. Proceed whenever you'd like.
I nod at the man and steel myself to walk forward and see what he's talking about.
I offer my hand to him for a handshake and size him up.
He's a very frail old man. He kind of extends a hand to shake yours as well. He seems a little intimidated. You can tell that he's a very, as far as you can tell, a very analyst person. He doesn't appear to be a fighter in any way. He's definitely not supposed to be here. You get the vague sense that he probably wasn't even supposed to be the one to greet you. But whatever happened seemed to have caused a very dramatic shakeup. Do you step forward with Wildskinner into the room?
Oh yeah.
You walk into the dark confines of this appearing to be stone and iron cell. The flames in it are lit very dimly. This time, all of a green light. Inside is a man, appearing to be human in nature, with very rough, messy hair, a white streak, barely held in by the chains along his arms. You can get a glance at the walls and tell that they've been worn through. The screws are barely hanging in there. He's fought like hell to get out of here, and he's almost succeeded. He looks up at you with piercing green eyes. Rhaegar, if you'd like to describe your character.
He is, or appears to be a human male. As Jade already said, black hair with a white streak in it and very striking green eyes. He has a very sour expression on his face. He very much does not want to be here. And is wearing primarily what looks like black clothing and some sort of black armor with a very faint draconic like creature on it.
Do you say anything to the two people that have just walked in?
I'm probably cursing in a language that they don't understand.
Just curse in Romanian.
No, he's gonna stir them down and just go. Who the fuck are you two supposed to be?
I like them. They're just silent.
If I can,
just
I'd like to move to rip the restraints off the wall the rest of the way.
Go for it. Give me a strength check.
I don't remember how to do that. Give me a second.
Roll a d20.
And
add your strength modifier.
Okay.
Yes, for
I don't know what my
feel
strength
like-
modifier is. I gotta check that. Let's see.
I don't know how you think of these things. Damn it.
Where's strength? I don't see it. Oh, there it is. Okay. 13.
You do it fairly easily. You can tell the man had gotten the most of the way out. He probably would have been able to escape without your help, barring any other complications. They barely were able to get him in restraints, let alone hold him in here. Rhaegar, you are now freed from the wall.
Can I gesture to leave the cell
Sure.
or continue onwards if doesn't seem to if we're free here, might as well move on.
Let's have a
Ye-
chat.
He follows. It doesn't say anything. More curious, and just sizing both of you up.
You know that there's kind of not really interrogation room, but a common meeting room, just a few ways above the kind of dungeon. You do know that you are expected at some point by Reyna, the woman that assigned you, to come take a look at Rhaegar. But you do have a brief moment to chat and just kind of figure out what his deal is before you report back to him. So
I would like to introduce myself to the party. Tell them that I am Eldorian Featherbrain.
it's just Rhaegar right now.
That's it.
You should
Well, then
bounce
I'm
to your
introducing
boots.
myself to him. That's fine.
Rhaegar, do
Alright,
you
do you
respond?
want to shake his hand? Is that what happens? What's happening?
Yeah, I'll shake your hand if you want. If you accept, if you so.
Still doesn't say anything. He does shake your hand. And after like 5 seconds of silence, he just says, my name is Rieger.
So, what's the story here? I direct my question at Rhaegar.
Your,
Like, I
What are
don't even-
these?
your memories are hazy, Rhaegar. You briefly remember riding your dragon. Some kind of portal opening, being sucked into it. Some faint screams, your dragon roaring, but you don't fully remember. It's a blur. You remember fighting a lot of the guards, a lot of whose bodies dot and line the hallway as you walk by it. Most of them have simply been non-lethally taken out, but you see a couple ones with gashes in them, seemingly having tried to use more lethal force on their guard. But besides it, it's mostly a blur. If you'd want to make a history check, you might be able to glean more, but you don't fully know how you got here.
Okay, I'll like to make a history check.
Go for it.
That's a 15.
Perfect. Memories come back to you spotty in spades. First, the fights with the guards. You kind of go about it in reverse order. You remember the fights. You remember falling into into this strange world, not dissimilar to your own, but with a much darker sky, 2 suns instead of your normal sun, and your kingdom nowhere to be found. You remember being sucked through this almost dark purple swirling mass of energy, and you remember a whispery voice that you can't seem to make out what it was saying to you as you were pulled in. You remember you were flying on your dragon, just a routine, just kind of not dissimilar to walking a dog. And all of a sudden, it opened up just in front of you. You don't fully recall what the voice said, why you've been pulled here, but you're not. You're a long way from home.
Well, I don't know where I am, what happens. I just kind of appeared and they tried talking to me, more afraid and everything, tried to make me go inside, and I just... You can see what happened. I just want to get home.
Well, it's gonna.
Where is home for you?
You guys can continue your chat.
Oh, okay.
Where is home for you, Raygon?
He'll... You can... Give me a second for me to
You're
where
good.
the fuck I wrote it. I forgot.
Do you need the name?
Bro's
No, I
searching the
found it.
memory right now.
Yeah.
Do you need the name of your kingdom?
No, I got it. I am from the Vecna kingdom.
Well, Skinner, Eldorian, when that's mentioned, you immediately know that as far as you know, at least on the material plane, there is no kingdom of that name. It's odd to you for someone to say something like that, meaning that this person either is from a plane outside of the material plane, or potentially even farther than that.
I raise one eyebrow at Rhaegar and I say, I think you're farther from home than we first realized. I know no kingdom of that name on this plane.
She just kind of sighs, defeated.
Did someone bring you here?
Yes.
Honestly.
Rhaegar, you remember from what you gleaned during your history check that a bunch of kind of armed guards, a lot of the ones that now line the hallways, you probably made it to the room by now, but that you walked by when you were in the hallway in your cell, kind of appeared through very similar looking portals, not the same as the one that you were teleported in from, though. They kind of had these almost gray and white uniforms. Each one wore a helmet completely covering their face. And they wielded almost odd looking weapons, seeming to be strange contraptions of metal and steel. Iron and steel, sorry. Those are both metals.
I don't know. I was just on rides and I try not to kill any of them, that it just kind of appeared on me, and I just
Eldorian suggests to Rhaegar that must have been brought here, or here for some reason to get here so far from home. That he must have some real strength or power to somebody is valuable.
Have we reached the room we're supposed to get to at this point?
Yes.
Alright.
You approach a kind of steel door, with a large handle on it. You know that behind this door is kind of the debriefing room for everything going on. That your contact that called you here, Raina, is behind this door, if not a couple of rooms over.
I reach for the handle of the door and hold it open for Elwyn and Rhaegar to proceed in.
Eldorian gladly proceeds in with weapon on the ready.
Question for DM.
Yes.
Would I have my weapons?
Yes. You were not, like, disarmed or anything.
Okay,
They struggled enough getting you in restraints, let alone being able to disarm you.
Rhaegar's not gonna pull out his sword, but he does lay a casual hand on the handle as he follows Eldorian.
Do you follow them in, Skinner?
Yeah.
The three of you walk into this room, much nicer than the rest of the rooms in the area. It's made of a fine, dark oak wood. It's got a almost warming fireplace. A few chairs and sofas dot it, and there is what appears to be a large wooden meeting table. There are a couple of people, a human, what appears to be a goblin, and an orc, all kind of sitting in a corner off to one side, holding up a couple books, kind of furiously flipping through them, seeming to be looking for something. In the center of the room, at the wind table that I just mentioned, is a human woman, with jet, almost pinkish hair, with piercing pink eyes to match. She wears this kind of leather-ish combat dress, these large steel-toed boots. She appears to be older, not as old as the elven man she just saw, but fairly old for a human. She looks up at you, kind of quizzically. You let the prisoner out of its restraints.
Eldorian says to the woman, I don't see why this man was a prisoner here.
He's from at least not the material plane, potentially outside the realms. He's dangerous. Wild Skinner of all people should know that.
I glare at her and I reply, as dangerous as he may be, you might not want him as your enemy. You struggle enough getting him in here, how would you contain him? If anyone knows where he's from, it's him.
You make a good point.
Eldorian adds he's probably a better ally than he would be an enemy.
I'll trust your judgment on it, even if I think it's inherently not a good idea.
Rhaegar gives a little laugh and just look, lady, if I had wanted all of you here dead, you would be dead.
She looks up at you.
From what I know, We have no quarrel over what happened. Other than what happened.
Just mass murdered a bunch of people, but it's okay.
I didn't murder anyone.
There were only about 2 actually dead bodies.
Oh, okay, okay.
And they
Only two
and,
murder.
and you can gather that they
Just a
definitely
little
Named a
murder.
few.
they
That's
died
not even
clutching their
serial.
weapons. Like you could tell that they were actually trying to kill Rhaegar.
A little homicide is a treat.
Right.
You killed more people.
Yeah, okay.
She kind of looks at you for a moment. Fine. Do we have any idea where he's from?
Not from
I
the
looked at
plane.
Rhaegar to answer it.
Rhaegar's just gonna repeat what he already told you, that he's from the kingdom of Evra. And that's about it.
That helps. Not at all. Okay. She looks up at you for a moment. Looks between the three of you. Do you really believe he can be trusted?
I shrug. Nonchalant. Maybe.
I believe he would have killed us by now, so he must have a greater purpose in keeping us alive. We could trust that.
Understood.
He may need our help.
She pulls up a kind of stone tablet with a couple etchings in it. And she taps on it a couple times, and you see what appears to be something similar to an illusion spell kind of pop up. And you see a almost kind of lifelike recreation, or at least to a miniature degree, of a small kind of city. You look at it for a moment, and Wild Skinner and Eldorian, you are very quickly able to identify this as Neverwinter, one of the most prominent cities in the Forgotten Realms. You look at it for a moment, and she sighs. Several temporal distortions were identified around the same time as Rhaegar's appearance. She looks at you
Can
for
you
a moment.
Several. What did you say? Can you repeat that?
Temporal
Temporal.
distortions. Sorry,
Okay.
you're a barbarian. I forget. His appearance was the most prominent and the one that we looked into the most, but there were 2 that popped up in Neverwinter. One has been identified as something related to the Witchlight Carnival, a small, almost darker version of it. We haven't really identified too much regarding it, but there have been reports of several missing individuals whenever they appear. This has coincided with the disappearance of several high-ranking nobles in Neverwinter.
I turn to Rhaegar and Eldorian. Seems like finding the common thread between you and these other 2 may tell us more about how you got here.
Seems like Neverwinter is the place to be right now.
I'd suggest finding the smaller temporal distortion first. I can give you its last known location, but I can't identify where it would be from there. As far as the carnival, we've heard reports of a very dangerous ringmaster of it. I'd suggest meeting with him, non-lethally, conversational-wise, until we know what we're dealing with.
Not in agreement.
She nods at you.
Sounds like we go to a carnival.
Alright. And she kind of taps on it a couple times, and you watch Rhaegar as a portal very similar, but once again very different to the one that pulls you in appears. And it opens into a stone city streets. Let us know if you need anything. I'm a message away. And she hands you, which you can identify well together as a sending stone. It should allow you to communicate with her, no matter where you are.
Okay.
Let us know what you find out regarding the other two anomalies, and find those officials.
Eldorian nods and looks to the other two to see if they're ready to step through the portal.
Remy kind of just looks at the portal very, like, distrustingly. And says, "You think after having flown a dragon, nothing would surprise me?" Okay. And he just kind of just goes for it.
Wild Skinner follows after him,
As
leaving
does
Nori to
Eldorian.
catch up. We pop out on the other side.
Alright, you walk through the portal, and as you walk through the portal, we're going to change our perspective.
Oh.
Oh, it's nice and peaceful here.
A little loud too.
Yeah, let me turn it down. Is that a better volume?
Yeah, I just saw you turn down the volume, so I want to make a joke.
Oh.
You're fine.
We move to a small floral area. Very peaceful, very calm. It's a small kind of flower field. It's almost private, almost very lightly peaceful. A small clearing, dotted, by some smaller buildings. You see a couple small children kind of walking, through the clearing, laughing, kind of enjoying themselves very peacefully, very vibrantly. Before you hear some small laughter. The children turn for a moment towards the clearing, and they step into it, out of this small garden on the outside of this small town. And as they peek around the corner, they look at what appears to be these large circus tents. Before they turn back and look to a small figure, kind of gesturing their direction. It appears to be almost a gesture-like figure. It looks at them for a moment, kind of waving in their direction. It takes a second, kind of peering at them, looking and eyeing them all individually, before registering them as what appears to be children, and then walking past them inherently. It walks past them, before looking into an alleyway towards a towering figure in what appears to be a kind of silken tunic before identifying it. It kind of walks towards it for a moment, and then it almost seems to laugh almost happily before turning sinister. It looks down at what appears to be a small tiefling child with dark blue skin. It looks up at it almost fearfully. The tiefling child very quickly recognizes its surroundings. You hear the crackle of electricity as a small portal closes behind you. You're not really sure how you got here. Script, if you'd like to describe your character and give your reaction to the almost concerning eldritch creature in front of you.
Well, hang on. So, Script is like a tiefling, like as I already described, like a dark, desaturated, almost a saturated blue color for his skin. His hair is black, and there are a few blonde strands in his curls. It's unruly and curled, and it goes only down to his shoulders. His eyes are purple with light green slitted pupils. There is a small cut on his right eyebrow, and if looking at his face, you could see a little bit of infernal lettering on the top and bottom of his other eye, but it is hard to tell what it fully is because of a black mask around, like atop his nose and face, like a COVID mask, as one would have like that. The mask is connected to a black choker around his neck. There are two small golden piercings on each of his ears, little bands clipped in, and there are similarly golden clasps around his horns. His tail has a little bit of like a tuft of hair at the end of it, almost like a lion's tail, but still clearly a tiefling tail. As for clothing, as mentioned, there's a black choker around his neck, and his tunic is made of silk, reflecting a stormy sky. His sleeves are very puffy, black in color, matching his pants, with golden accents clearly woven into the fabric on the sleeves. He has two belts, one black and one more of a golden color. He has brown-heeled boots, and his gloves are same colored brown, but there is darker fabric bunched closer to his forearm, and the gloves only actually cover one finger, the middle finger, and each middle finger has a singular ring on them. And two. Did I ever give this man height? I didn't describe his height. Script is 5'2", is not a child, but doesn't look very well built. His face, I guess, would be a little more rounder and softer. Clearly not a ton of muscle here. He looks upon this weird flipping thing in front of him. I'm guessing I sense that I am in danger, correct?
Yes. You kind of get an unnerving, almost electric chill down your spine, as you register this as connected to someone that would be hunting.
Okay. So, again, once more, seeing this flippin' wacky thing in front of him, Script bunches, like, pulls out a palm, spreads out his fingers, there we go, that was the phrasing, and sparks dance along the center of his palm, and he will lunge forward and try and grab onto this thing and cast Shocking Grasp.
Ooh, alright, roll to hit.
Flipping every time I try to click over to see my character thing, I accidentally close the tab. There we go. That is unfortunate for me, but that is going to be a 16.
That's perfectly fine. You grab onto this creature and send an electric shock dancing along it as it seems to writhe in pain and shriek with an almost eldritch scream. Roll damage.
Oh wow, wait a second. I have a thing for this. Where is it? Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, well that's not really beautiful, but it helps a little bit. That is going to be 4 damage. I rolled 2 1s, fortunately. I get to fix that.
Oh yeah, that's right. Imagine Elemental Adept actually coming in handy for the first time ever in any campaign. Go ahead and give me a charisma check as you do that.
Okay. Charisma check?
Yes.
Okay. If every day I keep closing out of the thing that I need to look at. There we go. That is a 14.
Okay. As the shock goes across this creature, you watch as it kind of writhers and writhes in pain and then freezes for a moment, almost as if you stunned it. The electricity from your fingers, almost a bit stronger than normal, as you feel a burning, almost painful sensation across the marks in your skin. This is odd for you, and almost strange. An almost strange manifestation of your magic, but you're not really gonna question it. You don't really have the time to.
If it saves me, it saves me. And with this thing being momentarily stunned, would I be able to try and pull away and run?
Yes.
Then that is exactly what he does. And I will add, because I did correct, he is not a child. He still looks fairly young, like a young adult.
Right, yes,
so
my brain was on Mira.
Oh, good. I was like, wait a second. This child sounds like me, but I'm not a child. But anyways, after mentally correcting the narrator, then Script runs for his flipping life.
Alright, you run.
Turns on his heel and goes.
You run down alleyways, into, the kind of bustling city streets, where you hate to be the most, Neverwinter. You very quickly recognize your surroundings, your, almost innate understanding of the city in itself. You've been known to try and avoid it, and you're kind of in your worst case scenario here. You take a second, remembering being pulled through a portal, kind of minding your own business, doing what you normally do, just kind of on the run, and being pulled through a almost dark, wispy portal. If you'd like to make a history check to kind of fully get your memories back, you can.
Yes, I would like to do that. It's not going to go well. That is a 15, actually.
Okay. Alright, miss. It's not
I-
gonna go well.
I had a +1 to that. I just thought I was going to fail.
Dang, pop off, I guess. You take a second and remember, kind of being on the run, almost. You remember being chased by something. You don't fully know. It didn't give you the same chill down your spine as this creature. It was a much darker one. But while on the run, you remember running and tripping, before falling into this almost dark, wispy portal. You hear an almost shadowy voice, but you really can't make out what it said. You don't recall what was said to you, nor how quickly the portal appeared. You just remember tripping and falling into the alleyway. As you were momentarily stunned, trying to gauge where you were. You don't really know how long you were out in that alleyway for. You had just woken up when the creature kind of appeared around the corner.
If I check, like, my bag or anything, I haven't been robbed, right?
Right, yes.
Cool. And obviously not for long. I haven't been unconscious, hopefully.
Yes. You kind of sprint through the city streets of Neverwinter, kind of darting in between alleyways, ducking behind. You don't know if the creature's following you. You don't know if it's chasing you at all. Do you just kind of run? Do you try to find a place to hide?
Once he has oriented himself and understands where he is trying to make his way to the nearest exit to the city.
Got it, okay.
Avoiding too much attention, of course. If the coast seems clear enough, he slows down from a full sprint, more looking like any other ordinary passerby, possibly just in a hurry.
You kind of duck in between alleyways, back and forth a couple times, trying to find the exit to the city. Give me a stealth check.
Alrighty. Oh, that's a beautiful thing. That is 25.
Awesome! Dang, pop off. You kind of get through a lot of the alleyways very easily. You can kind of gauge how close this thing is, by getting that little chill down your spine, and you get used to just kind of ducking behind alleyways. It crosses your path a couple times, looking for you, but you manage to very quickly duck into an alleyway or duck into a crowd before making your way to another alleyway. You get fairly far in the city, very close to one of the mini entrances to Neverwinter, before ducking into an alleyway, and very quickly finding that thing standing in the cusp of it at the entrance to it. You duck behind a group of cardboard boxes before you hear a thud across the way, as what appears to be a second one of these jester-like creatures drops into the other entrance to the alleyway. You are surrounded.
That's fun. That's fine. I'm so fine. Do I have the sense that they know I'm here? And that they're looking for it? Or are they just standing there? I don't know how much time I have before I give up and stomp. Oh, beautiful again. Where's my thing? My insight. Less beautiful, but 18.
18. You can get you get the inkling that they know that you're here in this alleyway. They just haven't identified where in it you are. But with not many places to hide, they'll probably find you very quickly.
Let's see. Are there any doors or windows in the near close to this alley?
Not really. You see that there's what appears to be a very broken ladder leading to the top of one of the buildings. You could attempt to climb up it, but it would be a little dangerous, and you run the risk of falling and injuring yourself.
Alrighty, then I can just... I can try that, I guess. Script is going to... What is the range? Okay. So they are at... To just get the layout, they are at the entrance to this alley, and I am, like, behind a crate somewhere within their theoretical line of sight if they kept walking into this alley.
Yes.
Okay. Then... Script is going to cast Thaumaturgy, creating a sound of, like, rapid footfalls, making it sound like I have slipped away from, like, I'm, like, running away from them, but not further into the alley. Like, I was behind them, and I'm running away. Like, they had it wrong.
Give me a deception check.
Please don't fail me now, Dice. Don't start failing me now. Baby girl, no! 15.
That's not bad.
That's not bad. I'm
notice
surrounded in an alley.
one of them looks behind it for a second, towards the direction of it, and it starts clambering away. The other one kind of waves its hand at it, trying to get it to come back, but the other one is utterly convinced that you slipped away. The other one seems almost annoyed and starts very carefully peering through the alleyway.
In this time, wait, where is it? Does it have a special thing? Where is it? In this time, do I have the ability to equip one of those magic items that we had?
Yes.
Then, quickly rifling through his bag, he pulls out a pair of boots and rapidly switches them. These boots that he pulls out have wings on them. And once he has them on, he pretty grabs his things, and he will try and pretty much fly up out of the alley onto the rooftop with that where that ladder thing is.
Ooh, okay. So you kind of jump out of it and start, you click your boots to start flying. I need you, to give me a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Dexterity, so that's where it is. I'm being saved by the dice right now. Dirty 20.
Oh my gosh, pops off.
So scared. It's gonna fall.
Jester-like creature, jumps up, attempting to grab at your heels, but just barely slips off of them, clambering back into the stone below, as you make your way to the top of the building. You are now on the top of a building.
Wonderful. So that ladder was like poo-poo garbage, right? It's
Right.
not good.
Not great.
Does this jester thing try to start climbing it?
You hear scraping and clamoring, before you hear the sound of metal-ish meeting stone, rapidly, coming up the building. You can gather this instead of just started climbing.
Okay. Can I? So it's just climbing. Okay. Then I can't smack it with the ladder. Tragic. Well, I'm already on the rooftop, so I might as well keep going and run away faster.
Alright. You, attempt to, start flying. Are you flying or running across the rooftop?
Do I know if there's it would be very obvious I just started flying around
Yes.
Neverwinter, yeah.
Absolutely.
So it's strange enough that I'm running across the rooftops, but you know what? I'm being chased by a thing. This isn't the strangest thing that's probably ever happened to anyone. So he does mostly try to run across the rooftops, giving himself a little less notability. He will save trying to use those boots flying unless he falls or absolutely needs to get up higher. So for now, he is using his own physical ability.
Okay, give me just give me an acrobatics check. Let's just say for a general, instead of making
Okay.
the roll a bunch.
Okay, that is a number. Where are the other numbers I need? There we go. That is an 18.
Alright, you clamber from roof. Dang, you guys are rolling well! You clamber from rooftop to rooftop, kind of narrowly avoiding the, two Jesterly creatures have made their chase to the rooftops now. They are clambering behind you, just barely behind you. You're just barely able to outrun them.
This day flipping sucks.
You're still very, very far from an entrance to the city. You feel like that if you stand a chance of making it to an inch to the city, that you're gonna eventually have to find a place to hide and lay low for a little bit.
Alright. Are there any guards around that I can see?
Give me a perception check. Look at Order getting to roll things.
Let's see. That is a 6.
Oh, you don't really notice any immediately. You do know some standard places where guards would be posted around things like inns, taverns, to stop things like bar fights and all of that. You do know that there would be a guard outpost, which probably might be a bad decision to go to.
Yeah, then how close are these jesters to grabbing me?
Very close. They're trailing about 60 feet behind you.
Okay, 60 feet. Are they gaining?
Very slowly.
Okay. Script will continue to try and keep moving. Once they look like once they get within distance to actually attack him, can I ready an action for a spell?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. How long until that happens? If they say we just keep going?
Yeah, let's say a couple minutes. So let's just say that they go ahead and gain on you after a few minutes, and you go ahead and cast this spell.
Okay, then very. Which one is this? How many of that do I have? Okay, you know what? I would have to use it. He, once they get very close, he very quickly does, well, says a spell incantation, and in like suddenly like a spark of light, like lightning hitting the ground, but obviously lightning doesn't come down from the sky. He vanishes, and what is within 90 feet of me? That seems like a good place to get to. Is there anything important, or is it just more buildings at this point?
There's mostly just buildings. You do see an odd collection of almost like dark circus tents, oddly enough, kind of placed within one of the common areas of Neverwinter. You've never seen this before in your time here.
Okay.
You try to kind of dart away from there. But you do also see an inn and a tavern as well. But you see that it's kind of fairly buzzy and like busy. There appears to be some kind of circus music coming from it. You don't love it. It's almost at a very there's something that you can't place about it being off. But it does give off the vibe of it's very busy, and it seems like that the jesters would have a difficult time finding it there.
Then we're going to the circus. So with vanishing in that flash of light, he will appear. Probably still on the rooftops. That'd be the most place he could see, but going 90 feet closer to where the circus tents are. As he does vanish, the jesters are going to need to make Constitution saving throw for the moment, as
okay.
like the sound of thunder rattles their brains.
Okay.
What is the DC for this?
That is
There it is.
12.
The
And a
DC is
4.
15. 15 for
They
their.
both fail. That's a 12 and a 4.
All right, beautiful. What is the? Oh yeah, it is that level spell. Okay. Which one is this? That's okay. I have to. There we go. I always forget what D10s look like. That is. I love math. Okay, that is 16, and then plus that. So the jesters will take 24 thunder damage
Dang.
from this. Like it feels as if lightning has struck in front of them, and they are feeling the repercussions of being in front of it. Like their insides feel like they hit some G forces at that moment.
Yes. Give me another charisma check.
Yes. Also, it does sound like thunder, so probably they're like. I've now just read the part where it says the thunder can be heard from up to 300 feet away, so probably everyone's really confused right now. The save was the charisma thing is 19.
Ooh, nice. Okay, you see, as they kind of get blown back ever so slightly, falling down, both once again wriggling and writhing in the pain of this lightning striking them.
Yes. Beautiful. With the time that this has bought him, Script will try to clamber down from the buildings and once more try to blend in, especially after the very loud sound that he has caused. So you'll try to slip into probably the crowds of people going to this big old circus.
Right. You slip into the circus. BG on my force till I oh my gosh, Ken, I'm gonna kill Wild Skinner right now.
Nah.
As you slip in to the circus,
I lived!
Wild Skinner, Eldorian Rhaegar, oh my gosh.
Nobody tried to kill the other three.
The ones
Yeah.
that actually, are more than one singular small tiefling.
You put the fucking magic gesture!
No. Technically, a lot of people try to kill me, and I just said no.
Yeah.
You're just better at the murder. Like you got to kill people. I nearly got killed.
Kill
Well,
issue.
Dorian Rhaegar,
Yes.
as you pop out of a portal into an alleyway, you hear what appears to be the large crash of thunder.
I wonder who could have done that.
From
Not me.
a rooftop nearby. As you look to what appears to be an almost group of circus tents. Wild Skinner, give me a wisdom check.
Wisdom check.
Yes.
So you said?
Just roll a d20, add your wisdom modifier. That is,
Yeah.
you use wisdom, not intelligence, right?
For what?
For your hemocraft.
I
What
think
the hell does that mean?
so.
We'll just go
I
with
think it's
wisdom for
wisdom.
now, and if it turns out to be intelligence, we'll fix it later.
I got 10.
You take a moment to focus as you hear the kind of crash of thunder, and you feel some very odd presences coming from about west of you. You look towards the circus tents, and you get two almost non-planar, this kind of feelings. Like there are two very odd figures from the direction of the circus tent. The circus itself has a general kind of aura of just not being from the material plane, but there's one kind of individual that sticks out with being much higher powered than the rest of it.
Okay, I'm gonna inform the others of what I feel as far as the plane stuff, and suggest that we move towards the circus. After all, we did hear something about a ringmaster, right?
Yes.
All right.
Reindeer.
I feel like Rika's gonna try to at least look at whatever the thunder sounded from.
Yeah.
Give me a perception check.
Perception. Oh, you're gonna love me on this one.
Aw.
Oh yeah,
22.
right.
22.
I forgot you're you. You look up at the what's your passive perception anyway? Like 20?
22.
Oh my god.
Plus 12?
No, the passive for the +5. So he's got a +7 to perception and then +5 because of observant.
Oh yeah. Gross.
The seer.
You kind of look up towards the rooftop, and you watch as what appears to be two kind of small, two very strange creatures kind of wriggle and writhe, appearing to be covered in static electricity. You also watch as a smaller blue figure kind of drops from a building and starts running into the crowd of the circus.
I feel like he would go and follow the blue figure. Not saying shit because this man is not a team player. This man is,
Perfect. So Rhaegar kind
Let
of
the
darts.
party, let's go.
So Rhaegar kind of darts in front of you while Dorian seemingly running after something. You can tell it doesn't seem to be like a I'm fleeing. Like he actively saw something.
All right, I follow after him and motion for Eldorian to come along.
I
Clearly,
shrug
Rhaegar saw something.
and run to catch up.
Rhaegar, give me a survival check.
Oh shit.
Script, what's your passive stealth? That's 10
19.
plus your stealth modifier.
My passive stealth would be 16.
I
Oh.
rolled a 19.
Oh, fun. Rhaegar, you very quickly kind of follow the footprint, or you kind of very quickly dart over to the building. Very quickly able to find like a trail of very faint footprints. You dart into the crowd, followed carefully behind by Wild Skinner and Eldorian. and eventually are able to find a kind of blue tiefling figure kind of blending in with the crowd, trying to appearing to try to be like nonchalant, like very non-conspicuous.
He tries to get a feel of this tiefling.
Give me an insight check.
Yeah, I wanted to say that, but I didn't want to just go and say I'm going this.
Stare into my
20
soul, boy.
22.
Stop staring into my soul, boy.
Script, what would Rhaegar glean from an insight check of that caliber?
Well, I would think for, I guess it'd probably be technically more of a thing you get for perception, but really staring at the person. Obviously, script has just run for a good bit, so it kind of probably looks like anyone who's ever climbed the staircase and tries really hard not to breathe heavily because, like, man, like, they just climbed up the stairs, why would they be breathing heavily? Like, someone who looks a little bit more worn out than one would be if they were just in a crowd. Like, not panting or breathing heavily, but you probably catch maybe the slight glisten of sweat, how, like, his shoulders go up and down a little bit too heavily just to be chilling. You can watch as he, like, kind of dusts off, like, maybe his sleeves or something, make sure his hair is in place. He's not really doing anything, but, you know, he's just looking around, observing, eyeing possibly some entrances and exits a little too carefully to just be browsing.
Can Eldorian step to like block or guard off one of the exits to make sure doesn't sneak away?
Sure.
I'm being flipping hunted like a dog!
There's really only one exit nearby, and it's the one you came from. The tiefling very clearly has been trying to like gauge if there are any other exits. As far as you can note or tell, there isn't really one for the carnival outside of the one that you entered through, which in of itself feels a little bit off, but you don't really have the time to really gauge or like question them too much.
Okay.
I did nothing.
I feel like Rigger would just suddenly remember there's people with him. No, I totally forgot. It was like, suspicious. Me go after. And just tells the two that are with him that whatever happened to cause the thunder, and like just tell, hey, those were two very obviously in pain things on a rooftop, looked fucking evil, and this one is responsible for whatever the fuck happened. And
maybe we should
nonchalant words.
back off when they just got thunder blasted.
Yeah.
You know what? That's a good point.
So after telling you all of that, he just turns towards you about what do we want to do?
I think we should try to be peaceful, not incite any more violence. If we need to get answers out of this person, so I know I have like shit charisma, so I should not be the one to try and persuade
Your
this
charisma
tiefling to
caster
not hate
is-
us.
Neither of your charisma casters are in the party yet.
Okay, great. The three of us together should be able to conjure one charismatic brain cell, right?
With our charisma scores combined, we can achieve average.
Yeah, exactly.
It's fine. Rigger got this.
Charisma just wasn't my priority.
Okay,
Honestly.
I try my best to look non-menacing and I'm not actively trying to battle somebody.
The 6'4" battle scarred Goliath.
Yeah, I'm just chilling. I like put my hands up in appeasement, like, no, don't thunder blast me.
It looks
And
more suspicious that you walk up with your hands raised.
Yeah, no, I was about to ask, has he noticed us looking at him?
Script by now, you have noticed the three individuals, one of whom appears to be blocking an entrance, another one has now approaching you with hands raised, and another one...
No, like
eyeing
peacefully,
Stanley
peacefully.
with, like,
Peacefully.
peaceful hands raised. Like, you kind of eye. You don't
I've got
get
peace
the
signs up.
standard, like, spark, like, feeling that you get. You know when Danny Phantom sees a ghost? And, like, it's the ghost sense? You don't get that standard sense that you would get when you were being hunted maliciously by the figure that you're used to being hunted by.
I would like to add that as Rieger sees one of his companion blocking the exit and the other one just kind of just with his arm in the air, he just pulls the most disappointed dad face you could ever see someone make.
Like a quick camera cut to Rieger, just like head in hands, like.
Yeah.
Rigger, you can tell that Wild Skinner and Dorian are not used to peaceful missions. You can tell that they're very used to go kill XYZ thing. You can tell that they are built for combat, not for diplomacy.
No shit.
His white charisma is shit.
I guess I'm just gonna go past Wild Skin and just kind of introduce myself. Like, I'm sorry for those two. We mean you no harm. My name is... I'm gonna give my full name because fuck those two. Because I had to fight guards before meeting them.
Oh my gosh, aggressive.
So I'm just gonna extend my hand and say my name is
Throw us under the bus.
Rieger
why don't
Valkyr. I'm sorry for being weird. For them being weird.
You can, like,
He
you
doesn't
see
even notice and apologizes for us.
Grips has no idea why these people are looking for him.
Script, like, you can tell, like, as Wild Skinner was approaching, Script mostly just looked confused than anything, just like a what the heck, okay. But as you approach and introduce yourself, you can, like, his eyes kind of upturn like one would when they're smiling. You can't exactly see a smile because it's, like, the mask is on, but he extends a hand out and will happily shake it if I've heard you correctly and that is what you're doing.
Yes.
Well, pleasure to meet you, Rieger. Please call me a Script. May I inquire what is going on here? I'm a bit confused.
At this moment, Eladorian shifts a little bit away from the door, using guard, not quite blocking it as much. Also extending a hand out, just to shake. No introduction, though.
It is easily taken and shaken.
Wild Skinner puts his hands down and just watches.
Do you need something? I'm a bit lost here.
Seeing as you're the one being chased, I think that's something I should ask you.
I'm afraid I still don't know what you mean. Is someone chasing me?
Rieger's just gonna give him a look and just point towards whatever rooftop the things were on and the thunder came on and we just feel like, really, bitch? Like...
It kind of sighs. Well, there was a chance you didn't see it, so it was a decent attempt. But if that information is what you want on that, I'm afraid I'm equally as clueless as you might be on this matter. I don't know what those things were, why they suddenly came after me. I was just minding my own business here.
Disbelieve. I'm not rolling to check if he's lying. I'm just disbelieve.
I mean, in his defense, he looks like someone who would be in Neverwinter. Like, clearly, someone who has decent money. He looks like nobility. As far as, like, he does not look out of place here.
And I do not look in place, but that's beside the point.
Neither of you look in place, I don't think.
Well,
But no.
that's charming.
He doesn't say that in character, mind you, sorry.
I know.
Okay.
Well, that's charming.
You kind of all look at each other for a moment. Kind of in this weird kind of a limbo state of I don't know what to do here. Before kind of three of you, well, Dorian and Rhaegar, kind of remember the Towo mission. As far as you can tell, you've potentially, you're not 1000% sure, identified one of the sources of the temple distortions. Your last kind of tasks are to locate the final one, and B, figure out what has caused these high-ranking officials in the Neverwinter area to go missing.
Okay. I look to Script the tiefling, and I ask, "Are you from around here?"
I've visited occasionally, but what are you asking about?
We're looking for the cause of some strange happenings, and I believe you're someone who may have insight as to what's going on.
It's a very big claim, considering I've just shown up here, but, all I could really tell you is I've never seen a circus in Neverwinter, so maybe that's more what you're looking for, rather than me.
Okay. Oh, I don't even know what to say.
I mean, given the
Dorian chimes in and asks, "What have you seen in Neverwinter?"
Figure's just gonna quickly add besides the two weird things that were chasing you.
Script looks over to Eldorian, and looks like he thinks for a moment. I haven't seen much outside the usual here. Seems like the same place it's generally always been. It's people doing trade and conducting their usual businesses. So I don't. The only strange thing I've encountered so far is just this circus. They don't really put those up here.
Eldorian nods, accepting the answer.
No reason to be thunder blasting anyone on rooftops, then.
You already said it. You already said you knew I was being chased.
Who by?
I don't have a clue. Again, I was just existing here, and then I started being chased. I just did what I had to do to not get murdered.
Sounds almost similar to what happened to Rhaegar.
Clue is a lie, but I'm not gonna make you.
I was about to comment on that, and
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I?
Do I have a clue?
I've been trying. I've been trying to not say it.
Can I make a insight
DM me
check?
the clue I have, apparently.
1 second, everybody. Talk amongst yourselves.
So,
Script does a factory reset internally.
how's the weather?
Thunder kind of did more damage than we go on.
What a sticky predicament. Yet Smiley is just hanging out. Predicky.
I'm gonna feed my fish while they do this.
I'm gonna make tater tots. I think.
Enjoy tater tots.
Thanks. I had them last night and they're just sounding good again.
Okay. Well, I mean, tater tots always sound good, pretty much.
Yeah. Evil laugh.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay.
Okay, cool.
You-
Do you revise anything you said this far, or
No.
okay? So we're good. All right. Unpaused.
Flipping the color fades back into the camera screen. The pause menu goes away.
Real.
I think it was Rigger that was doing insight currently.
Right, I think.
I thought it was.
I was gonna do an insight check.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Can I roll like a contested deception check or something?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't get what that means. Damn me.
Is that a fireball?
What? Oh no, that's EMS. I'll just turn my pager off because I'm not. We had one before, but
Okay, are you on call?
I mean, always
it's
technically.
volunteer. I always am.
Oh.
Technically.
Yeah,
I can choose not to go. It was just a motorcyclist and a Dairy Queen or something.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
cool.
classic. Always the motorcycle. Literally.
They usually cancel because it's like EMS only stuff anyway.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
On my end, I have a 21.
Ooh.
Oh shit.
Rigor.
Meeting a charisma caster has its
Am I rolling?
My insight check. My insight check is
yeah.
10. I don't know if you saw that.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
And then Rhaegar, what are we rolling?
Oh, you're gonna fucking hate me.
Okay.
If you what'd you get?
You have a +7, don't you?
It's a natural 20, so a total of 27.
Oh, beautiful! Heck yeah, nice.
First nat 20 of the campaign.
And it's for me.
Script.
Dying.
Rhaegar, you can tell the script isn't giving the full truth about this matter if you want to, or if you want to give more insight.
What am I?
I'm asking Order if she wants to give more insight before I start talking, actually.
But I mean,
What did Rhaegar roll?
Rigger
Yeah.
got like a
Rhaegar
27.
got a 27.
Oh my god.
It's a nat
I'm
20.
good. I'm good, but not that good. But for Rigger, it doesn't. There's no really visual tells or anything that anything is going wrong. By all means, it just seems like something has possibly been omitted.
Hmm.
Do, do, do.
Out of character, I could tell they were eldritch beings, yes, or something like that.
Yes.
After a moment of thought, well, I guess they did feel eldritch in nature of some kind, if that helps any.
Well, that immediately causes an almost visceral reaction within you.
I start
You-
twitching
Oh.
violently.
You
What am
have
I-
very not fun experiences
Goliath
regarding
looking.
individuals of either Fae or just Eldritch nature in general.
Is it how visible is this reaction that Wildskinner has?
I tense up and my brow furrows a bit in concentration as I seem frustrated with that concept.
He will look towards Wildskinner. Are you all right? Is it...
Fine. And I look at him to see if he continues talking.
He kind of looks around at you three. I honestly don't know what more you want me to give you. I don't have much information on what those things were, or why that happened.
Eldorian suggests to Wildskinner and Raynar if we should continue on to the circus, as it doesn't seem like Script has much more information willing to share with us at this moment.
Rigger just kind of looks at Script, this small thing, and is very, very, like, unsure. Like, you wouldn't have happened to arrive here by a strange portal, would we?
That's a very specific question you've just asked.
That's a very specific answer that I'm looking for.
Would perchance a potential portal be also where you came out of?
Yeah, it was not a great fall to the ground.
Well, then I will say yes. My sudden visit here was not a planned one this time.
I'm just gonna tell script about everything that's going on, like portal, the woman, blah blah blah. We're looking for. Here they are. They just ask at the end, "Would you like to join us?" Maybe figure more out.
Well, I suppose it would be probably very beneficial to understand if something is going horribly wrong with everything, then no place is safe until it's dealt with. Besides, I suppose it wouldn't be very kind of me to leave 3 people to go do something potentially dangerous by themselves now.
I chime in. Who knows if these eldritch fiends will come after you again? For whatever reason, they're chasing you. They're not ones who give up easily.
Dorian chimes in that we're pretty capable beings, but
No, I don't doubt that whatsoever.
No, Rieger's gonna look up front and like, you barely could hold me.
Though actually, your friend makes a good point. If those things were after me, they might also similarly be after you at some point.
Better to face them together then, I suppose.
Right. The bigger group would be a bit harder to take down.
more
But
knowledge.
yes, I'm happy to help.
It'll be more weird than a fucking dragon trying to eat you, so.
Eldorian now introduces themselves, telling them their name is Eldorian.
It's very nice to meet you, Eldorian.
My name is
You
Wild.
as well.
It is good to meet you as well, then, Wild Skinner.
Shall we head to the Winter Carnival? Or what is it called?
So,
Yes, I think so.
Winter Light, maybe? It's called.
Presumably the group moves. Are we in a building or something? Or in a
think
tent?
we were, like,
And
outside,
the
or,
common
like-
area- you guys are in like the common area of the carnival.
Because I blocked
Okay.
the door, so we're something.
Yeah, you guys are kind of in the carnival. You notice a couple passerbys are kind of like looking at this. You see a couple people kind of eating popcorn now that you kind of take a second to like notice yourselves. A couple people have definitely thought this to be part of the show or something.
Okay. Can I look around to see any kind of information about the carnival?
You look around at the different tents. Go ahead and give me a investigation check.
I did it on the D&D hunt.
Ooh, nice roll.
I don't have that pulled up. I don't have the
Uh,
extra
it was
Whoa.
18.
18, yeah.
I could have just done it with my dice, but I didn't. My dice don't like me today.
You're good.
My dice were cursed last time I
I
used them.
haven't even rolled my dice yet.
No.
Real. Oh, you're so right. You haven't gotten a chance to roll anything. I feel a little bad.
That means
It's
when
just because I don't know anything.
That's
I think
typically a
that
good
just-
thing, though.
I think that just
One
means
of
when
these
you do roll, it'll either like flop or be the most amazing roll.
But no, you kind of look around the tents from trying to gather or glean anything that may be important. You kind of get the kind of notice and the kind of sense of what each of the different tents are for. You notice what appears to be for the main, oh my goodness, the like main circus shows. A kind of like food, like concession stand-ish area. A couple little exhibits. Things like little animals, petting zoos, little games, and all of that. But you notice a much kind of the same size as what would be the show tent, just a little bit smaller. and of a much darker color, lined with little crowns towards the front. And you can gather that this is probably the main tent where the ringmaster would stay, slash where all of the kind of like official business gets done. You can kind of gather that's probably what you're looking for, unless you wanted to investigate the carnival itself.
Okay. I'll say. Looks like that's where everyone's gonna be.
I think the
Where's the
person
game?
we need to start with is the ringleader.
Yeah. Ringmaster's the one who runs the carnival, so.
If
If
there's,
he, if anyone knows anything.
he would be the leader.
Alright.
I suppose we go forth.
I make my way towards said tent.
As does Eldorian.
Script follows along.
The group makes their
Oh,
way
weird.
into this tent. This group makes their way through the kind of carnivals, looking through the tent. Kind of ever so.
As we make our way through the carnival, can I grab popcorn?
Yeah, sure. So you guys
Yeah.
pass by the concession. You can grab a little bit of popcorn.
Is it free popcorn?
It's like a silver.
Can I
Silver?
steal popcorn?
Sure, give me a sleight of hand.
Yeah,
check.
I can.
Sleight of hand check. Okay.
So,
Oh shoot. 6.
Um,
You've you reached out, knocked several buckets over
you
something.
Yeah.
very obviously grab popcorn. A clown-like figure kind of looks at you for a moment, but
I
ultimately
just glare at him.
ultimately looks at you, realizes that it's not worth the fight upon observation of you, and you kind of just grab the popcorn and go on.
I start munching away on the popcorn as we walk.
It glares at you.
I feel like this is kind of regarding his three dumb children. Because he's
This is
walking
what
with
we
the
do.
man just like kind of glaring at everyone.
I propose to Eldorian a little toast of the popcorn buckets.
Eldorian toasts with in glee with a mischievous smile.
Script looks completely unimpressed with the botched stealing.
Yeah, so does Rieger.
You guys continue towards the tent. of
Rieger and Script now begin sharing the brain cell.
Not good.
You guys continue towards the tent of the ringmaster. It's unguarded. There's not really a door. It's just kind of like a cloth-like opening. There is kind of like an odd aura from inside. Wild Skinner, you especially, your kind of sense for like the kind of eldritch, non-like planar, like just extraterrestrial beings essentially, is going almost haywire right now. You don't get a good feeling from this.
I presume we're walking into the tent now, right?
If you'd like to.
I'm guessing
Okay,
we should
so-
go in.
As we proceed and this feeling kind of takes over me, I get a little bit distracted trying to decipher it, and I maybe get a little bit stuck in the fabric of the tent, and I trip over and spill my popcorn on the ground.
Script does at least reach over to help you up. It's obviously you don't need it, but
Yeah, I take the hand anyway, very gently, so as not to also yank you to the ground. I don't say anything, I just keep walking.
Eldorian makes sure one hand isn't full of buttery popcorn grease in case I need to grip a weapon.
Popcorn in one hand, gun in the other.
I propose that if Eldorian rolls a nat 1 and a melee attack roll, it just is said that you forget which hand had the popcorn in it and your flipping weapon goes flying.
Absolutely. You step in.
Eldorian would be like, ah, fuck it, fist it is. That's what Eldorian would say.
And ends up shoving the bucket of popcorn in someone's face instead of a weapon.
I
Yeah.
throw my now empty popcorn bucket to the ground.
My goodness. Anyways, beloved DM, sorry for the interruption.
You're
Please
perfectly
continue.
Fine. You
This is
step
what they live for.
into this tent. And the moment that it closes behind you, you're in pitch black darkness.
My natural enemy.
Looking around,
Not mine. I have dark vision.
fuck, one of you was Devil Sight. Doesn't do good.
Me.
Oh my
Oh, devil's fate.
god.
Does
Neo, you
normal
probably
dark
don't have
vision
vision.
work here, or is it too
Person.
dark for
Normal
dark vision?
does not work here. We'll
Oh,
get
no.
to
But
what you see
Devil
in a
Vision
second,
does?
Aldorian. You, the rest of the party kind of steps out into this darkness. All at once, kind of feeling almost like the ground moved beneath you. You were very quickly not really aware of your surroundings. The entrance behind you gone as well. You're in pitch, total darkness. A couple
Oh, this is very welcoming
small
and not at all
torches
ominous.
illuminate the very edges of the tent, barely clinging on to fabric in an almost arcane sense. The fire itself is barely luminous, lighting up the little bits of the tent in an almost dark and decrepit manner.
Does this mean I can use insight since I could see?
Get to you in a second, Aldorian. You hear the creaking of wood, and a couple almost eldritch horror-like laughs. Aldorian, you look around and it's a mess. There's the few light sources that everyone can see at the edge, and then what is in the darkness is a writhing mess of stone, magic. It's none of it is comprehensible. It's like staring into a kaleidoscope. You know one of those games, like the ones where you like put on the glasses and like nothing like makes sense, is coherent.
Yeah.
The world itself doesn't seem to make sense. It just feels wrong. Everything's warped and shaped like the different mirrors in a fun house. It's
Funhouse?
almost terrifying to look at. You all hear a kind of little eldritch laugh come from the center of the room, and then a small desk made of what appears to be a white wood, or you could only hope. And a chair becomes illuminated, as does the figure in it. The ringmaster sits before you. Jonathan, if you'd like to describe your character.
All right. So, question: who can actually see me?
Everyone can
Uh,
see you now.
Everybody can see me now. Cool. You see, just big old red shoes. You see the most cliche clown that you've ever seen. Just big old red nose, like pink, like makeup done to nines with like mixtures of red and black, with like this big old like painted on grin, and just big old clown shoes, a big like green and blue vest, like a little flower on the edge, and he says, "Oh, sorry, kid, Smiley's busy right now. Can we please leave and head out to the main attraction?"
If I look back to where we came from, is the door still gone?
Yep.
He very visibly looks back to where there is no door, then back to this cloud. There is no exit, currently.
Ah, issues with the circus. Things like to just get up and walk away. Even the entrances. And he kind of like walks towards y'all, not in a really like threatening manner, but he has like kind of like he knows he's in control of this scenario, and he's walking with y'all with like a certain amount of like gusto and kind of energy with that.
because you can properly see. You watch as the hi. Why did our little thing disappear?
Oh yeah, it's been gone since you. I think since we first stepped into an actual circus building.
Hey, there we go.
What's new in maps, gang?
I really can't see the map, so I don't know.
There we go.
They should. Yeah, I think sometimes with time though.
I just thought you were changing the map. Sorry.
You know, Adorian, you kind of look down, at this kind of almost swirling mass of energy, almost ripples in a pool, except it's on solid stone as he steps. Wild Skinner, can you give me a history check?
Sure. Dice just fell. Okay, well, I guess I'm rolling it for him. 19.
Up.
Dice go.
You look down for a moment, before observing this kind of clown-like figure. Before a bit of information hits you. You've spent a large amount of time roaming the plains, meaning that you've heard a lot of tall tales, a lot of stories, but the biggest one that comes to mind now that you're observing this cloud-like figure is of a carnival that seems to pop up throughout the Feywild and the material plane, namely. But something that catches your mind, or at least the edges of it, is the idea of a carnival popping up that seems to result in many disappearances in the area. It's usually not of notable people, but when they are, it appears to be of a negative caliber. These people that disappear usually have some sort of skeletons in their closet. This carnival doesn't ever really appear for what appears to be good reasons. If it's popped up in Neverwinter, something's gone terribly wrong. You get the sense that if this carnival is to do with the disappearances of the high officials in Neverwinter, that they definitely have some skeletons in their closet. Do what you will with that information.
I'm gonna keep that to myself for now.
Yeah.
Like, wow. That Rieger not understanding a little fuck shit already has his sword out.
Oh, no. No weapons, please. You don't want to worry about people unnecessarily getting in the mix, especially since you have so many little ones walking around.
As you do that, Rhaegar, as Smiley speaks to you, he kind of extends his arms a little, and you watch, as what appears to be a sword kind of goes striking through his head for a moment before he pulls it out and twirls it and it disappears.
Huh?
What just happened?
Huh?
Did he take Rieger's sword?
Not Rhaegar's sword, just a sword in general.
Yeah, so
Oh.
he's a weapon.
Okay, out of his head.
Yes.
But did he draw the weapon or did he just disappear it?
It just disappeared.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, if there is no exit, how do you propose we leave, as you've requested we do?
Thing about this carnival, like I said, things kind of get up and walk away. Well, looks like we gotta wait until the door decides to come back. You know, it's so hard to find good help these days. While we're sitting here, let's discuss that popcorn.
Why don't we discuss what you're doing here?
I was
I'm
not
here
staying
to
with at that
entertain.
point.
This is the Immortal Carnival. It's a place for children and adults alike to have fun and fantasy. All for a
And-
good price, all for a great day.
That's Five Nights at Freddy's.
I heard it too.
And what do you have to say for the number of citizens that go missing after visiting your carnival?
The what?
Hmm. You could say that about any place. You extend out the time, eventually bad things happen to people who come. Does not make it necessarily the place's fault, just poor timing.
So it's poor timing that it happens every time your carnival comes to town.
I
From, again, I'm a simple clown and a simple businessman. But, from what I understand, there's not too many tears shed for those people, so I've never concerned myself with it.
I don't trust this clown.
Do you say that verbally?
No.
Okay.
No, I just narrowed his eyes at him. It's very obvious that he's just untrusting.
When you do that, I look to you, you see an instance of your own face narrowing back to you, and then it's back to the clown man.
We really can't leave, can we?
I mean, there's no door. So Script will look to
Probably not.
smile. Oh, sorry, were you speaking in character? My bad.
Yeah. Probably,
Um,
you just got probably wait at this point.
Can I do a card trick?
Sure. And he
I mean, it is a circus.
and like you see Smiley just start coughing, and 1, 2, and on the third cough, this completely sealed deck of cards just comes flying out.
What the fuck?
That is both alarming and intriguing.
Sorry. Ooh. And he like pulls a handkerchief out of his pocket to try and like wipe his mouth, and it's just like it just keeps going. There's red, there's green, there's blue, there's purple. And he just finally pulls, goes. He's like, whatever. He grabs like the one his hand's on at that moment. He wipes his face. He just yanks it, and it all kind of reels in like a piece of fishing line.
Okay, I guess at this point I'll say what I learned from my history check. I'll give kind of a brief rundown to the others since we're stuck here anyway. Tell them what I remember of this carnival and how it pops up.
Didn't think that pertinent to disclose before we walked into the closed room.
Well, I didn't remember until after. Otherwise, why would I have walked in here?
You know what? That makes sense. That makes sense.
Smiley, you would recall.
Thank you for disclosing this now.
You actually haven't taken anybody yet.
Oh.
Carnival's just popped.
You. The other 4 party members stare concernedly at the narrator.
What do you mean by just started?
Like, as in, it's only been here for about a day or two.
So like you mean this location or
really
the
to
carnival
save
in
someone.
general?
No, like this location.
Well,
Freddy Fazbear's has only been open for 1 week.
see, the carnival just kind of appears in one location, appears at another. I genuinely don't have control of where it appears next. I just
Really?
know where others need a show. My question is, I've only been here 2 days. I very rarely pop up in the same place multiple times for some reason. But that raises the question, how do you know about us?
You don't have a great reputation.
Do I feel any weirdness, like any intent to harm from this clown?
We did just get told he's possibly a kidnapper.
I know. It was a question for the DM.
True.
Smiley, are you giving off any intent to harm?
Nice.
No, but it's very much like I think I can say this out, like possibly an insight check. It doesn't feel like I'm going out to be harmful. But I'm very much like drawing my land, like my line in the dirt. Like, you come at me, I'm going to fight back, but I'm not gonna like provocate anything.
Makes sense. Okay. I'd
Could
say
I roll
with
insight
your-
to also gain that knowledge?
Go for it. I'd say with
I'll at
regards
least
to
try.
passive insight, he's probably gleaned that already.
And that is a 15 for Scripps insight onto Mr. Clone.
What's your passive? Let's just go with deception. What's your passive deception?
My passive deception,
Yeah.
Deception.
17.
Well, not even just that. I guess that's just the kind of thing I use for someone just naturally not giving away all their feelings.
Fair enough. That makes sense.
You can't really get a full read on him, but you can't. He doesn't seem to be threatening.
Well, at least he's not actively threatening, so that makes sense. Okay.
Have a couple people gone missing after seeing a few of our shows? Yes, it's an unfortunate instance of working in a carnival. Some things aren't fully set up. Accidents happen. It's never on purpose.
I looked to script for a moment. And what are those jesters that were chasing you? They must be associated with him.
Jesters?
But you don't get the same. You don't get the same sparking, burning feeling around Smiley that you did around those jesters.
He might. I don't think he's lying about not knowing what we're talking about at this moment.
If somebody's damaging the good name of the carnival, I would like to know so I can handle it. And I will assure you, it will be handled.
Well, all I can give you on that is there are some beings dressed as jesters running amok, threatening harm upon people.
Hmm.
Whether they were intentionally impersonating your circus, I don't know, but probably puts a bad name on you for the circus to appear, just as these things do as well.
Good people?
Probably. I don't think they care about the others, or who they're exactly doing anything with.
Hmm.
Can you tell us anything about these gestures? Your
Yeah,
encounters with them, maybe?
One more time?
Can you tell us about these gestures and the encounters you've had with them?
Oh.
You get to encounter them. Smiley.
Yeah, I've never encountered such beings. Well, second.
We're just confused all around, okay?
Out of character, if those things had kept, do I think I'm killed the jesters, or do I think they would still be able to pursue if they wanted to?
You think they'd be able to pursue?
Would I imagine they'd be here by now? Like, would have entered the circus.
In theory, you think they wouldn't have kept hunting you unless there's a reason they're not pursuing.
Then verbally, Script will muse aloud. There is a chance they might be avoiding a place like this. Whether it is directly because of the enchantments and magic of the circuits itself or what's inside it. That could be why our friend here hasn't seen them. And he gestures to Smiley as he says friend.
We're friends. I appreciate it, little one. What's your name?
Oh, my mistake. I didn't mean to have such bad manners. You may call me Script.
Smiley extends a hand. I always appreciate a very good script.
Can I quickly insight to ensure I'm not like about to be prank electrocuted or something? Or like perception? I guess perception. Because he's a clown. I feel like that'd be my thought.
Can I roll against it?
Sure.
Hang on, my dice is rolled away. I'll be gonna take the headphones up.
God damn it.
Dice on the loose.
That is a 13 for me.
That's a 9. You see, there's a joy buzzer like in my hand.
He still extends his hand out, but instead he like grabs one of doesn't like takes one of your fingers and gently shakes that, avoiding the palm.
Smart.
He shows his palm. I'm like, you're a smart one, and he just like takes it off.
It was a very good attempt, though.
All right. So Jade, it's like the swirling of eldritch horror just like still behind me.
Oh yeah, the demons.
Yeah. You can choose to dissipate it whenever you like. You can choose
Well-
to light up the room and all of that whenever.
I look into like the thing of eldritch horror, and I quickly just kind of whisper, "Send 2, check for the jesters," and then I clap my hands, and the whole tent alight.
Oh,
I thought you didn't know the gestures.
I don't know the
Impressive
jesters, but
magic.
I have people that can
Mhm.
check on it and make sure it gets taken care of.
well,
Hey,
that's
real
greatly
quick,
appreciated.
I completely forgot what you told me. I sensed when we walked in.
The demons.
Could you refresh me?
You gave
Damn
you felt
buffering.
a like strong presence of just eldritch magic.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you.
He
So, what would you all like to do while we just wait for an opportunity to be let loose?
You do notice that as you say that, there's like a zipping sound in the entrance to the tent opens.
Oh,
I don't
think
know
of the
if we can
devil.
this guy alone.
Amazing timing.
Well, since you are a very interesting route, have information that I may want, how about I treat y'all to a day at the carnival? My treat on the house. Do any ride, do any attraction, and get whatever you want to eat. So, we aren't taking things that don't belong to you. And I look down to the ground where all the popcorn was.
I
feeling
pointedly
the
avoid his gaze.
I happily finished my popcorn.
Wait, like neither of them paid for their popcorn, right?
Nope.
Would I be able to? I don't. It doesn't list I have exact change rate, but would I be able to toss Smiley 2 silvers?
Yes.
Okay.
You
Script
avoid them.
easily like reaches into like a pocket of his and like has 2 silvers. They're easily handed over to Smiley.
See, I appreciate you, Script.
It's nice to be appreciated.
You're turning into my favorite. Now, that card trick we were talking about, I have one of my own. And he pulls out this, big, just like, fucking, give me one second. He pulls out this big deck of cards.
Mhm.
And he kind of like furls it out, and he says, "Pick a card, any card."
Script will pick a card, I suppose. Wait, when he says pick a card, is that where you like name a card or you actually take the card? I
You
forget.
like take a card out.
Okay, then he takes a card out.
Rear is
So,
observing all
I
of this
just
very
you just want me to like randomly just like go on an online generator and pick a random card.
Just find a card. Just say one.
It's a Pikachu Pokemon card.
It's the Ace
Wow.
of Spades.
I'm guessing it is the Ace of Spades if I look down at the card I have.
Oh God, that is so funny. That's so on theme for this.
What is it?
He's like, let me show you. It's a card trick and a magic trick. He throws the card up in the air, it burns, and as the ash hits the ground, it becomes like a visage of like an ancient lich.
Oh, interesting.
You want to
Could
see something?
Oh, sorry. Could I roll Arcana just to see if I know what this is?
Sure, yeah, go for it. And is this going to be who I think it is?
Oh yes.
Okay.
So, I guess both. Like, mostly to try to figure out the magic of it, since it's Arcana, less
Okay.
identifying the lich itself. Ah, tragedy. That is just a 10.
Just a
Um,
10.
You were able to glean that this isn't any natural or divine magic. This is definitely you've had enough experience with it to know this is definitely eldritch magic. Not the same kind as the one that you're used to, but of a similar caliber.
Makes sense. And I think I interrupted Jay as he was speaking originally.
You're good. Just, I'm giving y'all a sneak peek to the villain of tonight's show.
And does that mean there's supposed to be a stage play of some kind?
Well, it's a carnival. There's part of the act is a little, like a little humorous show between all the clowns, such as yours truly.
All right. Yes, you did mention you were busy. Your offer of a tour is extremely generous. Are you sure you have the time for that?
This show is old hat. I can do it blindfolded, one arm tied behind my back, and on one leg. Actually, that is part of the show, now that I think about it.
You're extremely skilled, Smiley.
Thank you.
I would propose then we likely leave the room and commence with the tour before we get sealed in this place again.
Oh yes, that's very smart. Off.
You step out of the you step out of, sorry, Jesus. I'm assuming you step out of the
Get out of the tent.
Jesus, my words.
The tent.
Yeah.
Take a deep breath. And you step out of the tent, and start giving them a tour of the carnival.
Everyone is dead.
And as you step out of the tent, we are going to go on break.
Whoa!
So everybody stay in your seats. The show will return momentarily. Thank
And there will
you
be a
for
lich.
watching. We will be right back. Do-do-do-do.
What are we?
Never.
What?
Welcome back, everybody.
So
Very
those
short
politics.
break. Look at me going on break and coming back in less than half an hour for once in my
Really
life.
impressive.
Well,
Impressive. Impressive.
A record.
Our little group has decided to exit the tent after being faced with a concerning, very very concerning, not fun situation. But
I
they
mean,
survived. They're chill.
one might say an encounter.
But wait,
That's gonna be my 13th reason.
It's like your 80th at this point.
we are not rimshotting that.
You guys decide to exit into
we're getting
you guys decide to exit into the carnival, taking a second, just taking a second before exiting into the kind of bustling,
Did Wild Skinner get stuck in the plot again?
we
Is that what happened?
popcorn.
yes, what I'm looking for. I'm not gonna pull up any of my Patreon versions of things. You exit into the carnival, being guided by Smiley, the ringmaster.
He's very trustworthy.
You take a second and enter the bustling area. People kind of chat amongst each other, kind of laughing, enjoying themselves. Seems to be all in all a pretty fun carnival as you are began shown around this area.
The backboard on the screen is dead again.
Oh no!
How dare?
We hear a distant outcry from another circus member as like some billboard goes dark.
Oh no, not that billboard. We need to get that back up.
Stephen, I've told you 50 times!
Carlac, get that up there. Don't let it drop.
Carlac.
Carlac!
That's the first game thing I could think of.
Well, you can go to a circus there. And she did really like she likes
That
clowns.
is true.
So
I don't
you
like
show-
what happened in that circuit, but like,
You show the group around the circus. What do they see, Smiley?
So, if you're coming straight out of, like, the main / my work tent, directly to your left is where all the food is. Did that on purpose. Smiley did that 100% on purpose. And then to your right is kind of just a mix of smaller tents, some, like, games, like cornhole, that kind of stuff. There's one big old, the one with the mallet and the bell where you just hit it so you can hit the bell.
Yes.
There's a few other clowns in like a little bit worse makeup than Smiley, doing some simple magic just around just to impress the little kids. And then like obviously more further back beyond like the line of sight. So, where do we want to go first, y'all?
Script glances to the others to see if they have a preference before he says anything.
Rear is confused.
I think that is currently just Rigger's state of being until
Yep.
further notice.
Very much so.
Why do y'all seem so concerned? It's just
I'd
a carnival.
say Rier's never gone to a carnival.
Not of this kind.
With the silence of the group, Script turns back to Smiley and he will go, "Is there any place that is your favorite?"
The food area.
Would you like us to start there then?
Yeah, I haven't had second lunch yet. That may be nice.
Well then, let us not keep you waiting. He
Alright.
kind of gestures to the food area.
So we go to the food area, and it's kind of just laid out where there's several tents and like little ramshack little huts with like some areas to cook. There's like the standard options like turkey legs, some meat style broths, some different varieties of chicken, pork, all like oddly fresh for like being in a circus that's constantly moving. There seems to be a lot of food and it always seems to be fresh. So, what do y'all want to get?
I don't think I have much of a preference on the matter. I'm not particularly hungry at the moment.
Oh, come on. This is some of the best food in the plains.
Don't know where the food's coming from. I'm a little skeptical.
What do you mean? This is just your standard meats of standard animals.
I like to know where my
That's
food is
really
sourced.
suspicious.
Yeah.
The carnival provides. They have fried to any of the standard meats for whatever plane you're currently in. So it appears we have the standard beef, pork, and chicken.
Does anyone specifically go out and collect that meat, or is it just a magic force that gathers the meat?
The carnival provides.
The carnival rides, like doors just appear and disappear.
Well, that's more the door just being annoying. I need to fire that door.
Is there a union for doors?
Okay,
The
amidst the
door-
conversation, I reach out and try some of the chicken, I guess.
I'll
Do
take
you
the
pay for
turkey
the
leg, I guess.
chicken?
He said it was on the house.
It was on the
Yeah.
house, yeah. There you go.
I wouldn't have paid
Yeah.
anyway.
You wouldn't have.
I'll try a turkey leg.
DM,
Mm-hmm.
can I ask other players to make specific rolls?
Oh god.
What are you asking to do?
Concerning.
Just a general perception check.
Sure thing. Players
Sure.
make a perception check.
Okie dokie.
Fuck
It's
me.
fun having two forever DMs in the same campaign.
Just a straight up D20?
Yep.
I feel like at this point, script is a canonical eye problem, a 7. I
Yes,
do not
perception check.
perceive.
Well, it's
Yeah.
less the eyes and more the nose.
Wait, a perception. Oh, so I add my modifier.
Yes.
About
Wait, are we all doing perception?
Yeah, everybody.
I
makes
guess
a
whoever
D6.
went up to any of the humans that are not
19,
smiling.
20, 21,
go.
22, 23, 24, 25.
I
look at
guess-
this.
13.
How do I roll? Perception.
Roll a d20 and add your perception modifier, love.
What the fuck is a D20?
The
Sorry.
20-sided dice?
The one that has a 20 on it.
Chloe!
I guess
Okay, I'm rolling this and then adding what?
your perception modifier.
If you look at your character sheet and it has all your skills,
yeah,
your
yeah.
perception will have like a plus next to it.
I'm not good at rolling. I rolled it under the dress.
So, Jay,
Okay.
should I DM you and like say what I'm trying to get them to trying to see if they get or not, and you just set the DC?
I'll just set a flat DC of like 13, and then anyone
13?
13 or above sees this.
I got a 3, but that's
Oh.
without adding whatever.
You gotta add
Roll, add your
modifiers.
perception modifier, love.
What? I don't know where to find it.
It's
I
under
see
your
proficiency.
skills.
Oh, skills. Oh. Perception. I have 5 then. 5.
Oh.
Also, your stream says be right back still for me.
No, it's on.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait, it was
It's on for
paused.
me.
Never mind, it was paused for some reason.
Okay, cool. I
So-
was like, what? I'm
I
like, I'm
guess
not
it
that bad
is.
of a streamer.
I guess anybody that gets close to a non-smiley clown that's like also manning the food station. Reference: everybody working here is dressed as a clown. All clowns. Everybody's a clown.
God.
So if you go to a non-smiley clown, like if you're grabbing your food, you smell a little bit of rot, but as soon as you move past them, you understand it's not from the food.
Oh no, they're undead.
Oh, ew. Zombie hand on my chicken.
Is that audible?
No. No, that's out of character, my bad.
I'm
Zombie
sorry, I just
hand
had
on
like the vivid image of Welch kind of like pouting, like, "Well, zombie got on my cheek."
Oh my god, I forgot something. You're gonna hate
Maybe-
me even more.
Maybe
Oh,
he just
no.
pouts a little bit as he takes it.
What is the difference? You're gonna fucking hate me. Because I have a... No, I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna DM you this.
Oh no.
You're gonna DM who?
The DM.
Oh, you're gonna DM the DM?
Fortunately, I
doing?
take nothing and notice nothing. I survive.
You were gonna fucking hate me.
I forgot you do that, don't you?
Yeah, so did I. Don't worry about it.
I forgot you do that. Remember to do that from now on. I hate you, but dang, remember to do that from now on.
What happened?
Okay.
Nothing, race stuff. Everon was a mistake. Everon as a book was a mistake.
I look over to the one panting. I'm like pouting. I'm like, what's wrong? Is something wrong with the chicken?
No, it's fine.
I'm assuming that from that perception roll, I can tell the food is fine.
Yeah, the food itself
I'm
is fine.
assuming
So I'm just gonna grab some fucking beef.
Yeah, because you have not.
Man hungry. Yeah, man hungry.
I grabbed the turkey leg, but my perception roll is a 5, so I don't think mine's looking too hot either. But
You don't notice either part of it. You don't notice the
Oh, okay.
undead person or the fact that the food is good. You just notice that it's food and it looks tasty.
all right, I'll be blissfully unaware.
See what I'm saying? This food's amazing. That's the reason I made sure my tent was next to the food area, so I could just like walk out and get food.
Understandable some.
Good placement.
So after we all dine on some of the meat, some of the dessert, is there any games you all like to play?
Shall we test our strength? With the
Sure.
bell
I have
game?
a
Oh.
game.
Perfect.
Do you guys head towards the game tent?
Suppose so. It's like for note, Italian wasn't joking when the script wasn't joking when he said he wasn't hungry. He doesn't take anything.
Alright.
As you begin stepping towards the tents to the games, I need Smiley and Wild Skinner to give me Arcana checks.
$13. I've been rolling like shit.
The circus
12.
Not that bad,
because
at
he
least.
was only 10. You guys take a second as you step out of the tent. Wild Skinner, you feel you're used to tracking different creatures of just non-natural ability. So you get your general sense of something's wrong. More so than just the general feel of the carnival. Smiley, yours is a bit more specific. You are used to dealing with undead creatures, meaning that you can kind of pinpoint your own. You get a general sense that something's off, that there are undead presences that aren't your own. Just as that happens, I need the 5 of you to make dexterity saving throws. Smiley and Wild Skinner at advantage as 5 skeletal hands come grabbing at each of your ankles.
Hey gang, I think we're in danger.
What saving throw?
It's dexterity.
Oh, okay.
Nat 20 for dexterity saving throw.
Oh
So
my
I-
god.
Nice. 22.
20.
If I'm doing it
25.
on here, do I roll twice?
Is
too?
that two? Oh, there's two. Are those two nat 20s?
Yep.
Oh
no,
my
they're already
gosh. Eldorian,
Smiley and
saving
Re-
throws?
I roll
Yes, you
Yes,
rolled
you do
twice
roll
and used the higher
twice.
one.
twice.
And you-
Okay, 18.
And then Eldorian?
What?
Roll
a
a d20.
Dexterity. Yeah, roll a d20.
Okay.
Add your dexterity and your proficiency bonus. Right? Am I
Okay.
crazy?
Is
I
are
think
they
it has a
proficient in
saving
the saving throw?
sheet.
Yeah. Do you have no? Just add your dexterity modifier. Yours is strength and con.
So I'm adding just dexterity to it.
Yeah, roll d20. Add your dexterity
Yes.
modifier.
And that's the plus one, I assume. I
Plus
rolled a
4.
17 and I have a plus 4.
Yes, so it's 21. You all very quickly leap into action as Wild Skinner and Smiley are very quickly able to pinpoint the fact that they're undead creatures. Wild Skinner kind of pushes you out of the way, Eldorian, kind of grabbing onto you as you duck out of the way. Script, with almost lightning quick steps, you quickly move your feet, lightly shocking one of the skeletal hands. Rhaegar, you're in. Rhaegar and Smiley. Smiley, your innate sense of the undead, and Rhaegar, just your natural instincts from combat quickly cause you to dart out of the way. As 5 skeletal creatures come bursting out of the ground, failing to grab your hand, failing to grab at your ankles. Give me just uno momento. Do. Here we are. There we go. Does everyone have a token? I'm so proud of you. You all have tokens.
Oh, we haven't even played any games yet.
Oh,
Yippee!
oh wait, everyone can add yourselves.
Yippee!
Everyone add yourselves.
Why is Smiley so faded?
I don't know.
Where do we add ourselves?
So you should see in Token Browser, you should be able to put a plus. There should be a plus next to your name. I can add you. You should be able to control yourselves.
Wait, I think.
Can you drag
there we go.
yourselves around?
I had to Yes, now I can. Sorry.
Okay.
I had to reset the board
You're
page
good. Let
crashed
me
and I
very
didn't realize it, so I had to reset it.
quickly. Please don't do that, guys. Please, I'm begging you.
Okay, no more touching it.
So that map thing still doesn't work. When I say launch game, it still just tells me they ran into an error loading the map. So
Do you have hardware acceleration on or anything that might interfere with that?
probably.
I love that. Probably.
How would I know that?
Great question. Give me a second, by the way. I'm trying to make it so that the board can be fully seen. Okay, there we go. Now everything can be seen for the most part. For the most part. There we go. Okay, cool. Yeah. Let me position you all in a good spot. You said you can't. Can you can someone stream for Chloe and then I drag her? Guys, I'm positioning you all very quickly.
Yeah, sure.
You got the stream?
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, let me just.
Nice.
Cool, thank you.
I full screen this just because I can.
I don't just have
So
Sure.
this grid is like standard 5 feet, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Um, and slightly, one of the skeletal figures, is a tad bit larger than the others.
Oh.
A tad.
Um, they come bursting out of the ground with almost crashing, clacking bone, and almost dangerous screeches. No, I don't like this either.
Oh my. Oh my, oh my.
Let me find music I like. Hmm. There we go. Go ahead and everybody roll initiative. I don't know. Give me a second. Also, give me a second to figure out how to track that.
I got sick.
Oh wait, yeah, rolling initiative. Where is that? There it is.
I didn't even use the online dice.
You click on the little buttons next to the.
You want us to do that in...
It's right next to your armor
Yeah.
class.
You can do it in Roll20. It would be easier to keep track of it, but you also don't have to. I can figure out a way to. I know how to do it.
Oh.
Give me a second.
So, do I roll my d20 and then add the initiative to it? Is that what's happening?
Yes.
14.
Yeah, I should be able to.
I got a 21.
Nice.
Damn.
Pop off.
At least someone's ready for action. I got 8.
I have a Baldur's Gate preset.
Heck yeah. I'm afraid to say that Eldorian and Rion's names have combined, and it really looks like Eldorian's name is Eldorian Featherbanger.
That's so wild.
Dude, the guy just gave me air pop.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
I misread it and I had to tell. I had to mention. That's what it's become.
Cool. Let's get started.
I already used one of my spell slots before this. I'm
What's
not.
everyone's initiative?
6.
9.
21.
8.
14.
8, 14?
14 for me?
Not 144, 14.
No, 14.
Okay.
1 and 4.
No, I actually, like, you know, the thing. Okay. Start. Alright, up first is Aldorian as these
Oh,
skeletons
perfect.
burst out of the ground. What do you do?
This is a really good question. If I have can I use my form of beast claws?
You need to be raging first, I believe.
I have to do what? What do I have to do?
I think you need to be raging for that first.
Oh well, then can I go into a rage? Because
Yes,
I'm just gonna
your
ask.
bonus action. Yes. You
Okay.
use your bonus action to rage. Remember, you have an action, a bonus action, and a reaction, which happens over the course of the round. So your action, your bonus action, your main thing to worry about.
Okay.
So your bonus action you can use to rage. Entering your rage adds a +2 to your damage. Remember that for when you roll. It should automatically do that for you though. And now you can choose between which weapon that you have. You say you want to use the claws.
Yes, the claws.
Okay. Now remember, when you use use the attack action, you get to make an additional attack. Meaning that you should attack 3 times this turn.
Okay.
Alright, so which one do you attack? And you can also attack more than one if you're close enough to do that.
I will attack the one straight in front of me, so top, like, right.
Okay, so you'll move.
Not like-
You can use your you can use 2 feet of your movement because each square is 5 feet, and you I think have 35 feet of movement.
I think I have like 40.
40? Oh yeah, right, 40.
40. Yeah.
Yeah, so you have 40 feet of movement. So you can run forward and you can make 3 claw attacks if you can click those.
Can I do 2 on the one on the right and 1 for the one on the left?
They're all within your reach, so yes.
Do I have to do something?
Yes, you have to roll to hit. So there should be a button next to your claw attacks. Matter of fact, let me open up your character sheet.
There's a button next to my what?
So you see 4
Oh,
of
my
these
claw
claws.
attack.
Yeah, you roll a +8 first, and you roll that 3 times. Those are your 3 attacks.
Right. Well, I see the +8. I don't get how I'm supposed to roll though.
Click on it.
So on the +8.
Yeah, on the +8. Yeah, 3 times.
It just brought up a little informational thing.
What?
You want me to share my screen?
Not right
It
click,
just
left
brought up.
click.
I am like left clicking.
Are you? You want me to do it
Yeah.
for you?
Yeah.
Rolled again by accident. Discard that. Holy shit, that's a shit roll.
Chloe, you need to stop letting me roll for you.
Jesus fucking
Chloe,
Christ!
you need to stop letting me roll for you.
Nah.
No, I
Gentlemen.
need to continue to let you roll.
Nat 20.
Jesus.
There you go. To even it out.
Give it a second. Okay. So that is, I think, 10 damage in total, not counting your rage damage? Yeah, not counting your rage damage. Because I don't think you clicked on the fact that you're raging. No. So that's 12 damage to the first skeleton. Which were not assigned hit points.
I propose to make the skeleton dead.
I second that proposal.
Well, more
that
dead than it
proposal.
is.
These aren't my dead. These are not my undead. So fuck.
Give me a second. Okay. I'm gonna count this as skeleton A. So you said 12 damage? That's 12 oh my gosh. Okay. That's your first attack. You get to make 2 more. And remember, you
Go
have
to the
2.
wall.
So you get to make 2 more. So you try clicking on the hit to hit this time. Can you stream your screen for me?
Yeah. Let me do that.
You should be able to click on the +8.
Dumb question. Are you signed in?
Are
to
you
your
signed
D&D
in?
Beyond account?
Okay,
Yeah.
first. Wait.
You are assigned the character, right?
Under attack.
Okay.
It's
Click
assigned
on
to
that
you.
one. Click on whatever it is. No, don't open it. You don't have to open the thing. You just need to click on where it says hit.
Yeah, put the
DC plus
drop
8.
thing. Huh. You
That is
can't
interesting.
roll dice.
Yeah.
Do you have your physical dice?
Yeah.
Oh, roll physically then,
Okay.
and just add +8.
Do I have to roll 3 different times?
2 more times.
Okay. I got an 18,
That hits.
so +8.
Yeah, and then just roll your third attack against the other one too.
Should I put this in like the chat so I remember what I roll?
No, you're good. I'm remembering them. Don't worry.
Doesn't
Okay.
matter.
And then you want 2 more times?
One
One
more
more.
time.
1.
One more time. 17.
Both of those hit. Roll 1d6 and then add 7 to it.
Let me find out though.
God, barbarians. Barbarians, man. Barbarians.
Barbarians, derogatory.
Yeah, barbarians derogatory.
One more day.
Yeah, roll a d6. It should be
I got a 6.
6 on the die.
Yes.
Add 7 to that, which should be 13.
13. Then.
Okay.
Skeleton.
So, and that was to the first skeleton, right? So,
Is he dead yet?
13. It's looking real rough. It's looking real rough. You slash. You guys watch as Eldorian kind of bulks up for a second, going quiet. Large sharp talons extend from his claws as he runs towards one of the skeletons and slashes at it twice, slicing through one of its ribs, tearing off another, and sending such force that cracks emanate to the rest of the skeleton's body. It's hurting really badly. It then turns to the other one and strikes into it. Roll damage for that one.
Is that the D20 again?
That's a d6 plus 7 again.
Okay. I got a 6.
Oh my gosh! It's 13 more damage. I hate this. It's before turning around the other one, slicing into it and tearing off 2 more of its ribs. Both of them look towards Eldorian with pure fury. Is that the end of your turn?
I believe so.
Perfect. The second skeleton that striked that Eldorian striked will kind of move into a position to kind of get behind him before. Oh my gosh! Right, I can't see the scope and stuff. Well, can I? On the Oh my gosh. Before kind of slicing towards it, with this kind of, bony club. Does a 16 hit? You, Eldorian. What's your armor class? It's an
What's-
18.
I know.
So no, it does not hit. A 22 does hit. This is half because you're raging.
So 11.
No, I meant the damage. The damage will be halved because you're raging. So take, 1 plus 2 is 3, points of damage, halved to 1. So that's 1 point of piercing damage to you as the first one, as the, skeleton gets behind you and strikes you twice. Oh my goodness. It can't really do anything else. So it's going to end its turn. Rhaegar, you're up next.
Beautiful.
Oh. I know exactly what you're probably going to do.
Well, first and foremost, bonus action, sword on fire.
Alright. Your sword ignites itself, illuminating the area around you with a greenish flame, slowly kind of illuminating the skeletons. The group kind of watches as this flaming sword just barely not just burning Rhaegar's hands, just kind of ignites in front of him.
And then I'm gonna move to... Where am I gonna move? Where can I move?
You should be able to move yourself. Can you not?
Why can't I move? No, I can't. I'm gonna move...
There you go. 5, 10, 15, 20.
Yeah, fucking.
Alright.
Here, and I'm gonna attack the skeleton that's behind
That one?
this one.
Cool.
Yes.
You should get
I should get what?
you should get 2 attacks. I believe you have
If you
extra
say
attack?
so. I don't believe. No, I might
Yeah.
not.
You're good. Yeah, you have 2 attacks. 'Cause you are you
Oh,
didn't roll 2
extra
dice,
attack.
right?
No.
You get 2 attacks here.
22.
Oh. And
You want me to roll both
yeah,
attacks
and
to
you roll
see?
both
Okay.
attacks.
Okay. Another one. 17.
Both of those hit.
Beautiful. And now.
Also, if your second attack doesn't need to be placed towards that one, you can target to a different one.
Okay.
Also known as, I'm not sure how much damage you're about to do.
Okay. Let me just delete 10. 8 plus not 1, 9, so 14.
14, and then the fire damage?
No, with the fire damage.
Oh, 14 with the fire damage. Okay, cool. You slam into this one, the sword slices through one of its arms, and the skeleton kind of ignites a little, writhing in pain. It's getting real low. Go ahead and roll damage for your second attack.
No, you know what? I'm gonna attack the same one, because fuck it. Wheel. 12.
You come back, slicing down your sword into the second one, and it shatters into a million pieces, screaming. It is dead.
Woo, murder.
We
is
did
the end
it.
of your
We
turn?
did it.
One moment. Yeah, it is.
Alright. The skeleton watching one of its friends get completely, eviscerated. Hold on, let me... Got a red border to show that it's dead. I don't think there's supposed to be any icons or anything. Both of the red borders are dead. We'll kind of motion to move around Eldorian and strike at it one more time. Or strike at it twice. Attempting to avenge its friend. That is a 21 and a 6. Just the 21 hits, right? Eldorian?
What?
Only the 20. Your armor class is at 18, right?
My armor class is an 18, yes.
Okay, cool. So this is halved again. That's halved, so it's 6 points. So halved is 3 points of piercing damage to you.
Does
and-
Chloe know how to mark damage?
Have you been marking damage, and do you know how to mark damage?
Is the little ribbon that says damage
Yes.
on my sheet? I have not been doing anything, but I see the button.
Okay, so you type in the number of damage you've received. You received 4 damage in total. I'll do it for you, or no, you do it. So type in the little number in the box and then click the damage button.
I did it, so my current is 56.
Yep, I see it. You did it. I'm so proud of you.
Yay.
And that is the end of its turn. Wild Skinner, you're up.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna...
I'm gonna shoot the big one.
All right, you pull out your musket, and aim at the skeleton minotaur. Go ahead and roll the hit. Do you want to describe the way you pull out your musket?
Pretty much without flourish, just like a practiced draw of the musket, from where I had it stored on my back, presumably because it's a long gun. And I take aim with precision at the very large target across from me.
Right.
The big one?
The big one.
Yes.
And my... To hit the first one is a 19.
That should hit. Give me a second to verify. Yes, that hits.
Because I attack twice, right?
Yes.
Okay. And the second one is a 24.
Those both hit. Roll damage.
Yeah.
Okay. Which one's the 12? I think this is D12. Yeah, okay. D12 plus 3.
Were
Okay,
you going to
so
activate
10?
Crimson Right on it or before, or are you intentionally not doing that?
I don't know what that is, so...
The thing that you can do is to do extra damage? We'll just attack what you're gonna normally for now.
I don't know how this class works, so... So, the first damage is 10, and then the second is 15.
So it's 25 piercing damage to this thing. Okay. 25 points of piercing damage to the Minotaur skeleton. The giant skeleton with the horns screams on pain as two Eldorian, this is normal for you, but Script, Smiley, and Rhaegar, you've never seen a contraption like this. It almost looks like a miniature cannon. And Wild Skinner clicks twice, and two miniature cannonballs go flying towards this giant skeletal creature, and it writhes in pain, cracking through its skull on one, and then cracking through several of its ribs on another. It roars in pain and in slight confusion.
I'm just gonna. Can I do something outside of combat?
Sure.
I'm just gonna turn at him, point at him. I like you.
This whole time, because I'm pretty sure I'm like at the bottom of the initiative order. Smiley's just like eating a chicken leg while this is happening.
I love this. Well, Tina, you have your bonus action. You can use your bonus action to activate your Crimson Right. Essentially, you'll deal a d6 of damage to yourself, but then after that, your weapon will deal an extra d6 of lightning damage every time you attack with it.
Sure, why not?
Okay.
So I have to roll a d6 for that?
Yes, and then you take that damage.
Okay. It's only 2. That's not bad.
Okay, so you take 2 damage. You guys watch as a small kind of spike kind of elongates in the kind of trigger of this small cannon that Wild Skinner is holding. He clicks down on it. You can see a small trickle of blood appear before an electric spark, not dissimilar to your own Script, goes flying through the weapon, and it becomes electrified and starts kind of slightly glowing. Also, Wild Skinner, are you keeping track of your bullets? Well, not like actual ammunition, but like before you need to reload. Because I think we said you get 2 before you need to use a bonus action to reload, unless I'm crazy.
I don't know how it works. You tell me.
You're supposed. Yeah, I think you can fire twice before having to use a bonus action to reload. So next turn you'll need to use your bonus action to reload.
Okay, so I don't reload each turn, I have to use the bonus action for it.
Yeah. Well, that's if you attack twice with it. So basically, you get 2 shots before needing to reload, and you attack twice. So in theory, you'd have to reload every turn if you use the
Okay, gotcha.
Okay. Moving down the list to Script. You're up next. Script. Order, are you alive?
Yes, I'm alive. Sorry,
You're
forgot my character name for a moment.
You're good.
It's like, I don't know that guy. That's couldn't be me. For one, I will mention I don't think the board on the stream itself is updating properly.
Oh, is it not?
It doesn't have the dead skeleton. It doesn't have a regrowth.
Yeah,
move.
no, it does not.
There it goes.
Let me see the fixes.
Reloading. Okay,
It's
yeah,
fixed now.
reloading fixes it.
Okay, cool.
And let's see if it says.
Okay, there it is. Yeah.
Alright,
Okay.
perfect.
And then secondly,
Hey, no, Daisy. Come on.
I could attack. I'll attack this turn. It's fine, unless I'm not in range yet. Then Script will try to attack the skeleton that is currently attacking Eldorian by casting Ray of Frost. I'm going to roll. Why is it a nat 20?
Oh my
It's Ray of
goodness!
Frost. So that is a 27 to hit.
Roll
Oh my
damage. Roll
God.
twice,
Okay.
or I guess
Wait,
3 times because.
Well, it's double the damage dice.
Oh, double. So 4 times?
Yeah, I got a 48 for the first
Yeah, roll 48.
Okay, which one are you fucking killing?
It was the one that was attacking Eldorian.
Me.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I didn't attack the big guy.
No.
Let's see, that is. So far, that is. Okay. Okay, not a ton. That is. I just counted that. That is 16 cold damage.
The bolt of frost goes shooting into the creature. The skeleton kind of rides before kind of freezing over, just completely solid, before breaking into pieces and shattering. It is dead.
You dead skeletons?
Okay,
then?
we got the big guy and 2 babies.
That will be the end of Script's turn.
Yeah, let me go ahead and mark that off.
Yeah. Dead skeleton.
Alright, one of the skeletons is up next. It'll
Which
come.
one?
It'll, oh, this isn't like roll 20. It'll come. As observing its friend having just been deceased, it'll come running toward. Oh my goodness. It'll come running towards you, Script. If I can be permitted to select. Before striking at you, twice, with its sword. That's a 6 and a 19.
Who's it
Towards you,
striking at?
Script. Towards order.
Oh, wait, sorry, what was it?
A 6 and a 19.
The 19 should hit.
Okay, you're good. That is 6 points of piercing damage to you, Order.
Ow!
Wow.
My flesh.
As it slices into you and kind of slices into the blue flesh. Just a little trickle of blood begins to coat the sword, kind of running down it.
He recoils a bit from the pain.
And then that is the end of the skeleton's turn. Smiley, you're up.
I'm gonna kill that man.
So
gonna be a
Smiley
dead
just kind of is just like munching on that chicken and just is just not really register. Just finally starts registering what's happening, and kind of just like stands right here between Lildren and Skinwalker, and he kind of just like looks to both little small skeletons, and he kind of just like squeezes his big red nose, and you just hear a little honk honk, and out of both of his ears are Eldritch blasts aiming at both of these skeletons.
Alright.
He's just
roll to
looking straight
hit.
forward and just
You
just
got
pop
2
out.
guns in the party.
So Eldritch Blast, 7 to hit.
7 to hit.
God damn it! So 13 for one,
Alright.
and then 25 for the other.
Both of those hit.
Cool. So 8 and 3.
Alright. 8 damage. 1, 3 to the other. Okay. Do you do anything else in your turn?
Let me double check because I'm still learning this character. He kind of just, oh, let's do this. He kind of just starts like chuckling. He goes, "You all don't belong here. You all don't belong here." And as he's like repeating himself, that handkerchief, that like line of handkerchiefs, come out of his pocket, and it goes around his arms, around his legs, and around his neck, and he starts to grow paler and elongated. His mouth becomes agape as it takes my form of dread.
Ooh.
So-
I think, do you roll temporary HP, or does it just...
I do. It's 1d10 plus 5,
Okay.
so that's 8 temp HP points. And then I'll just end my turn.
Okay, cool. Next is the Minotaur Skeleton. Glad it got to actually take a turn before it died. I was really concerned that was gonna happen. It kind of looks at you guys for a moment. Looking between all of you, before kind of looking towards you, Rhaegar, and it kind of backs up ever so slightly before moving. Oh my goodness! Before moving forward and charging at you, Rhaegar, kneeling down with 2 of its horns and trying to stab into you. That is a 24 to hit.
Does hit.
Give me a strength saving throw.
Actually,
I have no idea what trying to see. Is it something? It should be 17.
a strength saving throw.
Yeah, then it'll give me a strength saving throw. 4, 2, 6 plus 4 is 10.
23.
You succeed, and fail. You kind of, as you're stabbed forward, it attempts to throw you down to the ground. You kind of rolled away, but the horn still managed to catch you and kind of stab into you. Oh my goodness, my D8 is gone. Okay, third. 4, 5 is 9. 9 plus 10, so that is 19 points of piercing damage into you.
Damn.
As it screams and shrieks. And that is the end of its turn. Next, the other skeleton.
Kelly 3.
It's in a really bad position. It kind of backs up a little bit. Rhaegar, you get an attack of opportunity on it if you'd like to use it.
Yes. What kind of person
Roll
is
to hit.
that? That is a. Where did it go? 16 to hit.
16, that hits.
Hits, and I need a D. Where's the D? Beautiful. And then 15.
15 damage?
Yeah.
It steps away, as you slice into it with your blade. Um, you kind of crack it a little. You can tell that it's struggling. It is really struggling here. It pulls out its bow, and noticing that the big one seems to have Rhaegar, points its attention elsewhere.
Oh, no.
I'm gonna say that I'll move it here. It's gonna move here and try to hit Smiley. So it's gonna pull out a bow and attack twice at you, Smiley.
All right.
That is an 8 and a 9. Soon both
Can
those
I-
miss.
Yeah, can I describe how they miss?
Yeah, sure, go for it.
So now that Smiley is kind of like being held up like a marionette by this line of handkerchiefs, he's just kind of like swaying in the minor breeze, and like it just misses because he's just barely swayed out of the direction each time.
Ooh, I love that. All right, and we're back to top of the round. Eldorian, you're up next.
Okay. Can I do an unarmed strike?
Yeah, I will
Does that
acknowledge.
make sense?
Yes, I will say that your claw attack would function for an unarmed strike right now if you want to use that instead.
Yeah, I'll use that instead.
Yeah, I will say that
Yeah.
your claw attack and it do the same amount of damage that you get your extra attack when you use your claw attack.
Okay. I'll use my claw attack.
So that's 3 more attacks. D20 plus 8.
And I'll use it on the big skeleton.
Okay.
So you said 20?
And it's a D20 plus 8, and then you roll it 3 times.
Okay. 4.
Plus 8 is 12.
Okay. And then I rolled an 8.
16.
And that was another 8.
So 16. So all 3 of those hit. So roll a
Yay.
D6 plus 7 for each of those.
D6. So 3D. I'm rolling the 6 dice 3 times.
Yeah, so roll 3d6. And then
A
add
6.
6?
Yep.
Okay. 6
A
plus
5.
7. So 6 plus 7 is 13. 12. And the last one?
And the last one, 5 again.
12. The thing is struggling. You slice into the big one 3 times, and you watch as Eldorian kind of crashes into this giant minotaur-esque skeleton 3 times, and it kind of sends waves of cracks all around its giant body. You can tell the thing is barely holding itself together after Eldorian is done with it. It is just it is moments away from death. Do you do anything else in your turn?
Do I do anything else for my turn? No, that's okay.
Rhaegar, you're up next.
Kill.
Hey, Ma.
I'm gonna bonus. Is this a bonus action? Bonus action Zephyr Strike.
Okay.
Ooh.
And then I'm going to attack the big one.
All right.
Yeah.
Roll the hit.
Use the dice. That is a 18 plus 5, 23 to hit.
Roll damage.
Now the fun part. Where's my D8? This is the D8. 10. That is A casual 19 damage.
How do you want to do this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice one.
Ah, fuck me. How do I want to do this? You just see this dumb fuck spinning around with his sword and plunging it into exactly the mouth of the creature.
So you guys watch as Eldorian kind of wears it down. Rhaegar kind of sees an opportunity to capitalize on it and be cool. And as Eldorian gets it just low enough, Rhaegar spins around and plunges its sword directly into the mouth of the skeleton, sending a bunch of fiery cracks across its body as the Minotaur almost explodes into 1,000 pieces. And it is now down. Well, dead.
Yeah.
Now, I am going to move
Ooh, okay.
one. Because my moving is up to. No, I think it was 30. Yeah, it was 30 anyway. So.
It should be
change
plus 10 because
ZJ.
of Zephyr Strike.
Okay.
So 40.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Yeah, you get another attack.
Yeah, I have another attack. But my question is, and I need to. You're gonna get a DM. Is that like another?
Is that from Zephyr Strike?
No, that is Firefighter.
Right, I forgot about that. Yes. You can
Is
do
that another one?
Yeah, so that's 3 for this turn.
Okay.
Ew.
15.
That hits.
Okay, and just for good measure, that's a 19 plus 5, 24. That.
Those both.
Okay. D10. That's awful rolls. He's gonna survive. That is a 7 on the first one.
7 on the first one. And the second?
And the second. So, 17.
Damage?
Yes.
Damn. You slice into this one twice with your sword, carrying yourself using the momentum of the strike towards the Minotaur, and just barrel this one down, shattering it to 1,000,000 pieces as well. You just destroy it.
Wow.
Double kill.
Nice. Nice.
Wild. Anything else on your turn?
No.
Wild Skinner, you're up next.
Alright, I'm gonna use my bonus action to reload the musket real quick. And then I'm going to shoot this one in front of script. The only one that's left, I guess.
Perfect. Go ahead and attack twice.
Okay, so that's 25
That hits.
and 13.
Both of those hit. Roll damage. Remember, we're adding d6 to each of those attacks, so extra 2d6.
An extra d6 to each one.
Yes.
14.
14.
Oh no. 14 and 10. I rolled a 1 on the d12.
I rolled 3
Dang.
ones.
14 and 10? As far as
Do
damage
ones
is?
like out?
Yeah.
So you guys watch as Skinner opens up this arcane contraption. Two like small, like little metal, like small shells almost eject out of it. And then he takes two more, pushes them into the weapon, and clicks it back. This miniature cannon gets pointed towards this other skeleton. Twice more it shoots out. This time, each one of these small cannonballs ignited with an almost electric glow as they strike into the skeleton, causing it to crumple over with electricity and fall to the ground. And it is dead.
Yippee!
Whoa,
is
more
Yay.
murder.
Of the
All of them are
skeletons
dead.
So we are out of combat.
Hip hip hooray!
Hip hip hooray!
Hooray.
You guys
Congrats,
survived
gang.
combat for the first time.
Do I need the map anymore?
No, it's getting moved back to
Okay.
the standard.
I'm going to stop streaming the map.
Survived for the first time and possibly the last.
Who drew on Vecna?
What? What? What's on
What?
Vecna?
I don't see what you're talking about.
Where's...
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh my god.
Oh, it is eyes.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Here, I'll fix it.
Hold on, I'll fix it. I'll fix
Oh
it.
no.
I'm just making sure. Looks like the Prickles Man.
Anyway.
For that.
Anyways, I can't keep doing graffiti on this guy we haven't even met. Granted, I don't think we want to meet him. I think he'd kill us. Looks kind of intimidating.
I
Alright.
don't know. We just took out a Minotaur skeleton and 4 mini ones.
I
Oh
don't
my gosh.
think Oh,
Are you okay?
Ah.
Did Jade just die?
I think Vecna got her.
We definitely just shot everything.
I think
We killed him. We did it. We did it.
we did it. We saved ourselves.
We did it.
We did it. We stopped racism.
What?
There hasn't been much racism yet.
Why is there a yet in that sentence?
Because it's Dungeons and Dragons, someone will end up being racist, an NPC or not.
Didn't you play Baldur's Gate?
You mean my 400 hours?
Yeah.
Oh wait, I'm playing a tiefling right now. Oh no.
Oh no. Oh
I'm-
no.
I'm Balkan. We hate everyone.
Okay. Cool, I fixed it. Okay. Perfect, I fixed it. But no. No, I didn't fully fix it because I don't have my music.
Didn't someone have to leave anyways? So.
Yeah, someone has to leave soon. We're getting ready to wrap up. You take a second, to breathe. As it winds down.
I'm an old man. I fall to the ground and just
Streaming music.
explode. Just fucking hell. Killing dragons was fucking easier. I miss my dragon.
Is
Where
that
he
in?
when I need him? It's in character.
You can say this encounter with all these skeletons really dragged on.
I refuse to
No.
live in a world where fighting skeletons is harder than a dragon.
No, I wish I had my dragon so I can tell it to burn you.
Does
Smiley,
anyone have an
have-
explanation as to where those skeletons even came from?
Smiley,
The ground.
as
Helpful. Very helpful.
They probably shouldn't be spreading out of the ground in Neverwinter, though.
Smiley,
First the circus that never comes, then
Smiley, as they're all talking about this, give me a perception check.
Sure. Perception. What do I perceive? That's a +0, so 1.
Oh,
He
So-
is
I
fine.
guess they're not perceiving much.
He is
No, what
not
happened
paying
is-
attention
oh,
at all.
what is your passive perception? Is it 10 or higher?
It's exactly 10.
Oh, okay, cool. I was really going to be concerned for a second. Oh, because that was a very important roll. So you're kind of dazed for a moment, as everyone's talking, but then catch out of the corner of your eye, where the skeletons emerged is what appears to be a small what appears to be a staircase in the ground made of stone and bone. You don't recognize the staircase. It's not part of the carnival. The stone and bone-like material isn't of anything that you will really see before. But it should not be here. It especially shouldn't be in the ground in Neverwinter.
And as like Smiley is like basically resetting himself and like readjusting his jaw and like getting out of this form of dread, he's like, this shouldn't be here. This isn't part of the carnival. This isn't part of the carnival. And he like motions towards the staircase.
Oh.
You share with the group.
That is certainly not good.
Cue a lot of angry words in another language that none of you understand.
What he said.
Do like are like a set of the bones of like one of the lesser skeletons still around?
Yes.
So I will use one of my abilities because I'm cool like that. What is it?
Built
I will
different.
use Undying Servitude to cast like Animate Dead, and the skeleton is revived back, and I tell it follow Return to Old Master, and I point towards the staircase.
The skeleton shambles over towards the staircase and begins hobbling down into the ground.
Hopefully that will give us some information in a while.
Hopefully.
Wonder if there's more down there.
Well, that's why I
Maybe
sent
that's
another
why
skeleton.
dragging.
What if it doesn't come back?
I
Maybe
have
send
some
another one.
in storage I can use. Nobody's gonna miss them.
Charming.
It's nobody that doesn't deserve it.
More charming.
Well, Skinner, give me an Arcana check.
Okay.
Smiley seems to be very black and white on people. They're good or they're bad.
Okay, that is 23.
Oh, perfect. You get a foreboding sense from under you. The carnival was masking it. But now that you're standing right by the staircase, it's almost like an opening has been opened up, and you get this almost dark feeling from underneath the carnival. Not in the same magic type of the carnival, though it is almost eldritch in nature. It's much darker, much more twisted. Especially with the rise of the skeletons that just happened, you get the sense that something more could probably come out of the ground if left unchecked. Something you almost get a sense of urgent rising dark magic under you.
Okay. Something about this feels darker, more evil than the other things I've sensed here. This opening is not a good thing. Only bad can come of this.
I kind of quickly jerk my head to the food stand again, and I just say to like all the workers there, clear the carnival, close, clear the carnival.
they begin. A bunch of clowns kind of pile out from under the concession stand. Much more clowns than should be conceivably possible. And they start running around with like little wooden signs, banging like little cloak signs, starting ushering people out of the door. They're like kind of hurrying everyone out.
You think we should leave the staircase open, or should we try to close it somehow?
My God.
I
Let me.
don't think we
Talk
could
to
close
somebody.
the staircase.
I think I'm going to be a little bit more well versed in this subject than you all. Let me talk to somebody. Then I walk back into my tent, and you see it kind of zip itself back shut.
Maybe someone should have went with him.
So I
Oh,
just like look
wonderful.
around like, so
Well-
we're just gonna wait here for him?
Yeah.
Unless
you
unless we want to go in there already, but I
No,
feel like if we're
I'm
going
fine
to
waiting.
wait-
Actually, never mind.
There we
How
go.
about we just rest? Because I don't know about you, but I just got fucked by a big ass. I feel like a dragon hit me. Oh.
Should we take
Just-
steps watching the door while others rest?
Rieger has already just kind of slouched, like he's not even sitting, he's just laying on the floor and next to this, like, I'll take for sure.
Are you alright?
No.
I walk over to the abandoned concession stand and grab a bunch of meats, dump it next to him. Eat. Gather your strength.
Appreciate him. I don't.
Also,
I sit next to
appreciate
him,
somebody
watching
catching the
the-
opening has opened as a line.
Oh,
I'm guessing
Yeah.
none of us know holy spells, right? If there are skeletons already crawling up out of it, there's probably going to be more undead further down.
No.
As Smiley enters his tent, as Rhaegar kind of lies on the ground, and the rest of the
Like an old man.
worrying, you guys get a sense of foreboding, as if whatever's just happened was not an isolated incident, and whatever's about to occur it's far from done. And as the sense of foreboding washes over you, that is where we will end part 1 of our prologue for Vecna Eve of Ruin. Thank you all so much for watching. I can't
Wait a second, has the title been returned to Neverdeath this whole time?
yes.
I thought
Yes.
it said Neverwinter.
It did it first.
So we.
Okay.
Person and skeletons.
I will see you all in the next one. Everyone say bye.
Bye.
Also,
Bye.
shout out to our sponsor, Raid Shadow Legends. Use the link in my Twitch to get free gems.
Shout out to Raid Shadow Legends for
Yeah.
probably Rigger's Dragons are capped or something.
Alright, see you on the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye.